Ladies and gentlemen, hailing from Cleveland, Ohio, I give you BVO.
Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weaving and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know, shoot a video, put it on BVO. Let them know, every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO, bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know, I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show, this is BVO.
On behalf of BVO Sports TV, we would like to thank our sponsor, Raycon, makers of the Raycon Everyday Earbuds, the perfect model for premium sound with active noise cancellation to block out distractions and transparency mode to keep you aware of your surroundings. They are the ideal for your everyday needs. Just visit RayconGlobal.com. That's RayconGlobal.com and elevate your listening experience.
It's one of the things that make me laugh when I hear that. Oh, my bad, y'all, my bad. I'm talking up a storm. I was on mute. My bad. Let me rewind that. What I was saying, salute to my brother Crush, salute to my brother Thomas Hill, and definitely salute to my man, the Mike Rim. It's him, Mike Rim. Salute to my brother Mike Rim. My bad. I ain't realize I have no audio. I'm up here talking away, thinking y'all hearing me, but y'all couldn't hear me, man. So we in the house, man. Shout out to my brother Free pulling up. I'm just excited. Like I said, when it comes to these big fights, we got, people say what they want. I think Shakur is doing a great thing by coming home and giving the brother from Cleveland some help, because Tank is a tall task. It's going to take a lot for us to beat Tank. But guess what? We can do it. We on the job. Jake Paul has been nothing but a godsend to boxing. I didn't even heard people call Jake Paul a fraud. I'd be like, what? What are you talking about? And that's how that's how a lot of people be reaching. Like I heard somebody say, now this is the most corny take I ever heard in my life. A brother said, Jake Paul want to stand over a black body. I said, what? What are you talking about? The dude that be with all the niggas want to hang over a stand over a black body for what? I don't know, man. I don't know. My bad. I was talking for a minute. Y'all didn't hear me. So I'm hyped up. Y'all to the brother. I'm so glad y'all can hear me, man, because God is great, man. And I just want you guys to know one thing about this. You hear some of the craziest stuff, man, in these boxing communities. It's like, yo, where'd you come from, nigga? Who sent you? I don't know if y'all remember back in the day, that used to be a cool thing to say to somebody, who sent you, punk? That's how a lot of these dudes be talking, man. Like, you jive time turkey? Like, get out of here, dude. Y'all dudes is corny. Now you want to tell me Jake Paul is racist? I'll put like this. Y'all wanted me to racist. Shout out to my co-host, Prize Fighter. That's a racist mofo there. Yeah. That's a racist mofo right there. He ain't got nothing to say.
Wait, I ain't racist. That's crazy.
Yeah, unless you black, he ain't got no words.
That's
for
where
you.
we do. Why do I got to keep explaining myself about this? Just because I root for American fighters and they happen to be black, I'm racist. See how you get treated, man? It's cool though. I'm used to it.
I'll put it like this, man. It's okay to like fighters you like. I'm not on that fake FOI stuff where you gotta give me some spill about how somebody want to stand over a black body. That's to me, that's clown behavior, man, because
everybody's entitled to their opinion.
We better together than we are apart. And that's the problem. People don't understand that we're better together than we are apart. And that's my humble opinion. You can't tell me us coming together as brothers isn't better than us fighting, us going back and forth. That's that hood mentality where you feel like, this person versus that person. It's like y'all warring over blocks y'all don't own. For a long time, we haven't owned nothing in boxing. Nothing. So finally, you had Al Heyman, right? And they dogged him. How many people get up here and tell us how broke Al Heyman is, Prize?
Yeah.
How many people get up here and tell us that?
Al got sued.
Al Heyman broke. Al Heyman about to lose his snap.
They've been saying that for 10 years.
Al Heyman ain't got nothing. It's just like, for me, I don't know, man. I put it like this, man.
They've been saying that for 10 years.
When I hear people say, Jake Paul's a fraud, it's like, come on, man. The hate knows no end. It knows no end. To say that he's a hater, come on, man. What my man Boosie say? Come on, man. You can't tell me that this dude want to stand over black bodies or whatever. But I'll say this. Seeing Shakur, I'll call him Shakur Sanchez. That's BBO's name for him. When I see Shakur Sanchez going to help Jake Paul, I think it's wrong. But we heard Timothy Storm Bradley say, I didn't go help Ricky Hatton get ready for Floyd. I would never do that. I would think that Shakur shouldn't do that, but he's only half black. So only half of him is obligated to look out for the brother. Wow. So I get it. Only half of him is obligated. So when what he said, you know what? I'm Puerto Rican. I'm Shakur Sanchez. Now I'm not gonna help. I'm gonna go help Jake Paul. And you know what's so funny about this? it don't even matter because we seen Tank knock out dudes as tall as Jake Paul. Jake Paul and Mario Barrios are the same height. They both 6'1". So it ain't nothing for Tank to get smashed. Nothing. It ain't nothing for Jake to get smashed. And I'm telling you, when you're talking about a fighter like Tank, we say a lot of us say different things about Tank, right? But I'm gonna give you some facts on Tank. Tank is one of the most electrifying fighters in boxing history. Tank is must-see TV when he fights. And think about this, Tank not even fought nobody. He ain't fought nobody, and we still talking about how electrifying he is. He beat up Mario Barrios, he beat up Rolly Romero, guys who did get better after that fight. Not taking nothing from me. Those guys became champion at welterweight at that. So I got to give him credit for that. But my whole thing is this, man. Tank Davis, man, can really go on there and break Jake's face. And then he could become the hero. We know he'll find a way to screw that up. But he could become the hero. He could be the guy that we always wanted him to be, the guy that stops Jake Paul from putting on big fights because he slapped him and got him out there asleep. If he got Jake Paul snoring, I guarantee you people are not going to want to see Jake Paul anymore. I guarantee you that. Because you're talking about a man who's almost a foot shorter than him, putting him to bed, that would be huge. That would be huge. So Tank could really become like an anti-hero, like a Bizarro. I don't know if y'all watched Superman growing up. Used to have this goofball named Bizarro who thought he was Superman. He could be an anti-hero like that. Or like a Deadpool. You know what I'm saying? A goofball who came and saved the day. But I don't think that's going to happen. And I think with Shakur, to me, one of the best fighters in boxing, part of Team Paul, man, who going to stop us, dog? Who going to stop us, man?
But you said Shakur's sparring, helping Jake is bad. Why is it bad?
It's bad for the simple fact of I don't think that you should help anybody who's considered an outsider to boxing. Jake Paul, let's be honest, is very much an outsider to a lot of people. And I don't think you should help somebody that you guys were friends with. You shouldn't help him in his demise. You shouldn't.
Tank
Because
don't even like when you mention Shakur's if you ask Tank about Shakur, he snaps on you.
Because you're scared, but that's different.
And there's no harm in taking a payday to go get this. I'm pretty sure they have to compensate Shakur for his time.
You a rogue type of nigga, Prize. You a rogue. You'll go rogue. You type of rogue nigga, man. You'll go rogue.
Jake Paul's in it. I mean,
a cat like you, man, you'll get hit with a pool stick because you'll go rogue on a brother. Wow. So you got a pool stick with your name on it.
Yeah.
You be like one of them set movies. You got your Prize right in the back of the curls, man, with the pool stick.
I don't go to pool hall, sir.
Well, you don't gotta go to pool. I keep a pool stick at the crib.
Yeah.
Just in case.
I got a chopstick at the crib.
Unless
you got a pool stick at the crib, I got a chopstick at the crib. I like eating Asian food.
You gotta get to it because as soon as you get hit in the back of that head with that pool stick,
man, get out.
I can see you right now snoring. I can see it now.
Yeah, you better put me down. You hit me with it. You better put me down.
But I say that we had enough to talk about hit this brother with a pool stick because we know
that was crazy.
But I'll say this: I just think it's wrong, and there's no solidarity in boxing. I don't know what these guys are thinking, but they letting the fans and money turn them against each other. I seen a video, an old video of Devin Black Jesus Haney saying, you know what? People want me to be against Tank. People want me to be against this man. But this man's my friend. And it's a doggone shame that the money, the fame, the adoration turn guys that were friends against each other. Because it's just like for me, when I see people talk about, Tio or Ryan, these are guys that Devin grew up with. There's no way he can hate him. There's no way he can hate him. How? You don't hate dudes you grow up with. I mean, I just never seen it in my life. I mean, unless y'all from Planet Goofball, where that happens, I mean, people make mistakes. I've had people say horrible things. I've said horrible things. You said horrible things. But that don't change anything. If you say, you know what, hey, you know what, I sincerely apologize. I want to grow from this and do better, then you do better. A guy like Ryan Garcia is an absolute cancer. He's nothing but a devil. He's gonna say that stuff and then try to walk it back, but that's what he feel. 2 people tell you the truth. 3 people. Prize, a baby, and a drunk man.
Wow.
Those are 3 people that tell you the truth. That's what happens. Those are people who are going to tell you the truth. So you can't sit here and tell me that when he was drunk and he talking about he want to, dig George Floyd up and do some stuff to him again. It's like that's clown monkey talk. Somebody should hit him in the head with a pool stick. Because I don't understand, like, what did he get out of that? What were you trying to say? What were you know what I mean? It's like, that's the stuff I'm talking about. Like that DMX song. That's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah. That's that stuff that really where you see, like, these dudes hate black people, man. For whatever reason. We don't even have to go into it. But for me to see Shakur go help the so-called enemy, I think that's corny, man. I think that's the corniest thing I've ever seen.
How's it corny?
Salute to Destiny Black, showing love.
Salute, Destiny. He don't rock with Shakur.
It don't matter, man. It don't matter. You can't, bro.
You ask Tank, you say something about Shakur around Tank, he acts like a pure child.
But guess what? So what? What I'm saying is this, man. And this is just me speaking as a brother. So forgive me, guys. I know y'all try to call me sombrero, finest nigga on the planet, all this stuff y'all call me. That's cool.
What?
But I say this. As brothers, man, we're not here to tear each other down. It's that simple. We're not here to do that. And anybody who say different, you're a clown. You're a clown. That's why anybody who sleeps white and talks black can't tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. If the woman that's the closest to you is not the same as you, don't tell me this black power bull crap and you sleep white. Don't do it.
Man,
don't do it. Don't do it. That's me. Now, that's me. I learned that from my grandmother, God rest her soul. She said you can't talk black and sleep white. However you want to take it, take it. But my thing is this. We got to have way more solidarity when it comes to stuff like this. Because guess what, man? There's a good chance that Tank can get beat to death. We're talking about Jake Paul from Cleveland. The greatest city there is, man. The home of Don King. The home of my man, Al Heyman. I mean, we're talking about all the greats come from Cleveland, man. And you got Jake Paul coming up, and he could learn something from Shakur that could really smash Tank. I'm telling you that right now. So no matter how it goes, it's going to be a big event. I'm excited about it. But I just think that, man, you can't hate a brother so much that you want to do that.
To do what?
I just feel bad.
Go get a check, too? It's okay for Tank to get a check from Jake Paul, so Shakur can't go get a little sparring in, and you don't know what they talked about. You don't know what he gave Shakur to go do that. It's just the same thing like Boots going to spar Canelo. Who cared? Only people that be reaching cared. Who cares? It's sparring for a wrestling match at that. It's not like this is going on there. It's not like this is going on their record. This is a wrestling match. So why not? Shakur can't go wrestle too. Let him wrestle for a couple dollars. Why not? Everybody else doing it.
I mean, I'll say this, Bryce. I'll say this. It's not so much about him helping them wrestle. It's the fact that, man, dude, it's like the history of time when it comes to blacks, man. We so cool. We so quick to turn on each other, bro. Like, I didn't have people say stuff to me. I didn't like them. But I'm not going to do nothing to hurt them. You know that this is going to hurt Tank. I mean, I'm just being real. Shakur is the best boxer in his weight class. You can say what you want about him.
There's nothing Shakur Stevenson can do to help Tank,
how could he can help him.
Why didn't Tank? Okay, all right. Well, riddle me this. Why didn't, since it's like that, then why didn't Tank say, you know what, Shakur, come spar with me and let me pay you what Jake Paul paying you to come spar with me.
Friends.
So that's what the young people call it. That's his op, right? So so not only that, he's because Jake Paul said he paying you, Tank. I'm your boss. So why can't Shakur say, you know what, I'm going to go get some of the Jake Paul money too, but I don't got to sell my soul. I can go just spar with him. That's easy. That's quiet. Nobody going to be talking about that. Nobody going to see it. Nobody going to care.
I'll say this, man. You got a good point, Bentley. And Prize, you got a good point too. Because I'm thinking about the stuff Tank say. Tank will make you unalive him the way he talks. Dudes
Shout
like
out, Brother
that,
Curtis.
Dudes like that make you want to go crazy, man. I'm gonna just be honest with you. With that female energy of talking like that, like they can't, like you think it can't be touched. Like any type of guy that talks like that, I mean, that's very dangerous. So I get what you're saying. I just don't like it. I'm not saying I ain't gonna say it's wrong. I ain't gonna say it's right. I don't like it. I think it's corny, and I think it sucks. That's always the MO. Let's divide and conquer. Let's divide two dudes that really shouldn't have no issue with each other, and let's make them enemies. I don't know about you, Prize. I'm tired of that same old story, ain't you?
Yeah.
It's the
Destiny
same
said,
story.
Destiny Black said Jake Paul's a culture vulture and he embraces white privilege.
Well, when you embrace what's ever given to you, everybody embraces something. Some women like Destiny Black that are have pretty privilege. Some people have tall privilege. It is what it is. All I'm saying is this, and I know people get mad when I say this. From what I've seen with Jake Paul has never done nothing that I thought was racist. And he's been nothing but great to people in Cleveland. In East Cleveland. East Cleveland is a hellhole. I've been there. I lived there. I'm talking about you can lose your whole car over there. And he's over there, him and Logan Paul giving away Prime, giving away T-shirts, back to school giveaways. I mean, I don't know. I live in the real world, and sometimes I think people forget, like, just because somebody is a different color doesn't mean that they looking to do something bad to somebody. It's just not. It's not the case.
I don't know
I
enough
mean,
about him. I just know that he's a internet dude that boxes or that plays boxing and he's gonna get hurt one day. But I don't know
salute
enough
Uncle
about him.
Curtis, man, the OG. I mean, I get what you're saying, but guess what? Guess what the goofy white boy done? He done brought attention to boxing in a way we haven't seen. He's our Billy Gunn. He's our Maverick. What was the dude's name? Tommy Morrison? He's a new Tommy Morrison.
Tommy Morrison
I
actually
mean,
fought people.
I'm going to tell you this. Boxing's
He
better.
almost
I'm
got
going to tell you something
unalived
you don't want to hear.
against Ray Mercer, bro.
Anytime, and tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong, Prize. Boxing is always better when you got a white heavyweight champion. Always. Anytime we get a white American champion, it's a big deal. It's a big deal every time. That's why it's such a big deal. Why you think people care so much about Caleb Plant? He's not special.
Caleb Plant kind of
He's
with
not
us.
great. What?
He kind of with us.
Caleb Plant ain't nothing but John B with boxing gloves on. That's all he is. He got
Caleb Plant, nice.
He's
a former super middleweight champion.
He got a beard like a brother. Man, that's a culture vulture. That's a culture vulture. A dude who lives a black lifestyle, whatever, but he can go back to being white whenever he wants.
Don't he got a sister? He got black kids, don't he?
I don't know. Come on, man. I don't know, man.
I think he got a sister, BVO.
And if he do, that makes him more cool.
No, he can fight.
What do we look?
He's cool because he can fight. He can fight, BVO. That's why I like him.
Can he fight for real?
Yes.
Can he fight for real? He always get his ass whooped.
Man,
that don't.
And he won some
fights. His ass whooped every time.
He won some fights. He's a former super middleweight champion.
What did he win? Who did he beat?
Come on, man. He had one of the most vicious and brutal knockouts.
The Mexican pussycat beat him to death.
He dropped Darrell was one of the best knockouts you've seen in your lifetime, I bet.
Darrell, are you talking about Andre? Or you talking about his little brother?
I don't know which one of them it was. He put one of them in the dirt.
It was his little brother, dude.
Okay, he put him in the dirt.
Stop this, bro. Stop this, bro. Hey, salute the TD, man. Stop this, bro. I just don't get where y'all cats be coming up with this logical stuff, man. Like, it's okay for Caleb Plant to be a culture vulture, but it's not okay for Jake
that's
Paul
a good point, Destiny.
That's
what make him more with us.
To make Amanda Serrano, one of the richest women in boxing. He wanted that for Clarissa Shields. Y'all forgot? Y'all forgot the first person that Jake Paul came to was Clarissa Shields to say, hey, I want to make you the biggest person in boxing. She said, forget you. I don't need you. Or did y'all forget that? Did y'all forget? He came to
it's a little bit more. It's a little bit more to that.
No. See, you see how you play those games? He came to Clarissa Shields first, and you know it. When me and you first heard that, let's because you know Prize got like to forget everything. When we first heard that that was gonna happen, what happened? Prize said, man, she should get on his undercard. That'd be good for women's boxing. She gonna make a lot of money. And what she do? She pooped on him. I don't
She
need
makes her
you.
own money, and
Forget
she
you.
feels as though she done good enough for herself.
She making the money that Jake Paul would have helped her make.
I don't know what she making, but I
I'm
know
asking
she's.
for a friend. No, I'm asking for a
I
friend.
don't know what that
Is she
girl
making the
made.
money Amanda Serrano's make? I've seen
I'll have to
Amanda
Google
Serrano
her
get her
first.
ass kicked. Amanda Serrano got her ass kicked 3 straight times, and she became a bigger star, richer, more well-known, more revealed for getting her ass kicked 3 times.
How you know she got more
And we
money
got,
than Clarissa?
come on, I'm talking about the notoriety, man.
Don't
Only thing
nobody
we
know
see
who that
Clarissa,
girl is compared to Clarissa Shields?
stop it, man. Stop
Bugging.
it, dog. Stop it, bro. Hey, what's the old school word that said? You bugging, dog.
Boxing fans know who Amanda Serrano is.
You're not the only fans that matter, dog.
We know who she is because we hardcores. If I go in the room and
That don't
ask one
mean
of the
nothing.
kids
Most
who the
hardcore
hell
fans,
she is,
hey,
they not gonna
Uncle
know her.
Curtis,
If
tell
I
this
ask
dude,
my
Uncle
12-year-old daughter,
Curtis,
do she know who Clarissa Shields is? I
because she know
guarantee you.
you. Because she know you.
And most of the little black girls know Clarissa Shields. I got a little black girl running around my house.
All I'm
Most of
saying
them
is
don't know
this.
her.
You don't give him no credit. You don't give a brother no credit for saying, I want Clarissa to be the star and to be the headliner of my
I
promotion.
don't know
And
enough
she
about
said
that story.
no.
I don't know enough
She
about that
said
story.
no. She said no.
She's
Amanda
doing her
Serrano
own
can't
thing.
hold Clarissa's boots. Amanda
She's
Serrano
doing her
can't
own
hold
thing.
Clarissa's boots. She can't
The
hold her
GOAT,
boots, dog.
the GOAT doing her own
Hey,
thing.
it's like my nigga Biggie said, niggas talking it but ain't living it. That's just what it is, bro.
I keep
I
telling y'all,
wanted
all
that for
buddy
Clarissa
ain't good
Shields.
buddy. All buddy ain't good buddy. I keep telling y'all.
But you telling me getting money when Shakur Sanchez getting money with Jake Paul, that's a good thing. But I'm
That's,
talking about Jake
that's good
Paul wanted
money.
a black woman to be the head of his promotional company, and she said no.
Well, she had her
What could he have
reasons.
done?
She
What
had
were
her
the
reasons.
reasons?
I don't know. I don't know
What were
enough.
the
I just
reasons?
told you I don't know enough
I'm
about
just
that story.
saying. I'm just saying. Sometimes it don't make no sense. Hey, give me 1 second, man. I'm about to I want to check on our guest. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, go
Do your
ahead.
thing real quick.
Yeah.
All right,
Shout
give me 1 second.
out TD Sports. Of course, yeah, you know BVO get up here and do that. And what she said, Amanda was under racist posts laughing at yeah, that's what I'm saying. But when it comes to the sister, we gotta just do this. I don't know why she didn't want to work with Jake Paul. She has her own personal reasons. And just because I still think she's making good money. Y'all don't think she making good money? Who knows if Jake Paul would have paid her more? We don't know. We not in that room where they doing business and all that. We don't know the real numbers. He put the woman into place. She probably get a nice little salary per year, but how do we know she made more money than Clarissa Shields per year? You know, I don't be pocket watching like that anyway, especially on the females. So I really don't care. But all I know is can't nobody whoop Clarissa in the ring. All I know is more people know Clarissa than that girl. That's a fact. She got a nice following. I give you that. But Clarissa's known, man, she's a gold medalist, bro. She's known globally. People know Clarissa in other countries. You know what I mean? And the little black girls that like sports know who Clarissa Shields is, bro. They don't know who no damn Amanda Serrano. I like her Serrano. Don't get me wrong. I rock with her, but come on, man. But I'm the racist, though. Cause y'all boys wild, man. Can't make this stuff up, people. Cannot make this stuff up. But you know, it is what it is. That's just how I feel. I don't know enough about the story. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. Yeah, what TD said she got with Jake Paul and got paid and exposure. Yeah, that's a fact. I'm not knocking her now. I like the shorty. Don't get me wrong, because I love women's boxing. I think it needs to be, you know, I wish they would let them rock for 3 minutes, and you know, even if they want to make it 10
Man, you
rounds,
want
that's
to see
cool.
somebody get hurt, man. My bad. I'm
Then
cutting
we
in
would
on you,
get more
bro.
knockouts then, or stoppages at least.
It's dude, women's sports
Why we got to?
is
Why they
not
got to be?
supposed to be.
Go ahead.
It's not supposed to be the same. And when I say it's not supposed to be the same, you don't want young girls taking that kind of damage that a lot of the guys take. You just don't. You just don't.
Then they
And
got to
you can
stop the
see a
fight.
lot of. And I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this about boxing. A lot of people don't bring this up, and maybe maybe BVO, y'all gonna call me everything but a child of God. But these boxers pay a price physically. I'm talking about their noses, their faces. They pay a real price. And a lot of times, these guys, man, they look bad from fighting. And I would want to see one of these pretty women mess their face up forever because they fighting too long. I don't. If that you could call me sexist, you can call me a pig. I got a little daughter, man. I wanted my little daughter to box. I don't want to see her get messed up. I mean, I don't know, Prize. I don't know about you on that one, bro.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
think it should
well,
be
they fighting,
it
they
should be within
combat then.
reason.
I done seen some girls
It
get
should be within
slick.
reason.
They be out there bare knuckling and MMAing and kneeing and all that. I'd rather my daughter box than do any of the other stuff. Yeah, I mean, they should put them in there. They want the 3 minutes, so let them have it. Put them in
You know,
there,
you know, so
3 minutes, 10 minute rounds. Because I know, like what you said is right. Like the women's sports are different. Like the WNBA, I believe, and I might be wrong. I believe their game is 40 minutes versus the NBA is 48 minutes.
mhm.
So, but I get what you're saying. But then we might get more stoppages in women boxing if they had that extra minute. I say give it to them.
I mean, I'm gonna bring. I want to bring something up to you, man. That hopefully my brother Free can come through. I wanted to bring this up to you, and I usually don't talk about this. It's not our sport. But what did you think about Masvidal, man? Almost getting his eye poked out, and Dana White saying, "So what?" Like, I,
So
I
Dana
just
White,
was. I seen that and was horrified. Tom Masvidal is a goofy. He said some stupid stuff about John Jones, so I always thought he was a goofball. But the man could have lost his eye, and for like the promoter or the owner of the company to be like, whatever. I just thought that was like classless, dog. Did you see that?
yeah, Dana. He's just. I don't know him personally, but he comes off as not a good guy. He seems like he's only for self. He can say things. He can get away with things that certain people that look a different color. Didn't he? Ain't he the one that went upside his wifey head?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, and he ain't apologizing for nothing. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
No.
So he just comes off as not a good guy. So I'm not surprised he said that it seemed like they just lost that lawsuit. How much they owe Anderson Silva, right? 10 milli. I think they owe him 10
Yeah,
tickets. Yeah, they owe him 10 tickets.
and
So
that's low. That's low.
and he
And,
probably should have got
Anderson
more.
Silver built you. He built UFC to what it is today. Before there was
That's what I'm
Conor
saying.
McGregor, Silver, what was my man's name? Chuck, Tito,
Damn, Hoist
I
Gracie
mean,
was kicking
St.
ass.
Patrick. Them dudes all should get a
That's how
$20
I
million
started
check.
paying attention to it because of Hoist Gracie. And when they first started UFC, dog, there wasn't even no weight classes. That's how Hoist Gracie was like a buck 40 beating people 200 pounds. You know what I'm saying? Because he was on that jiu-jitsu and nobody was on it. You know what I'm saying? I got my daughter in that now. But I'm just like
Yeah.
Dana White doesn't come off as a good guy to me. Like he comes off as a savvy businessman because he's made power moves. So you can't, in business you
So
get stepped
I
on. But I
want
don't
see.
think he comes
I
off
don't want
as
to
a good
give him
guy.
that. I don't want to give him that. He made savvy business moves. He's made cutthroat moves that
Yeah,
affect
well,
young men's lives forever. I
yeah,
mean,
you're right.
Tom Masvidal could have lost his eye, dog. And like,
Anytime you step between the ropes or in that octagon, you can lose a limb.
man, people like you, Prize, man, you need a straight jacket, dog.
I'm just
I ain't
saying,
gonna
you can
lie
go
to
in,
you,
you
bro.
can go in the boxing, you
You
can go
need
in the
a
boxing
straight
ring.
jacket, dog.
You can go in the boxing ring and get hit in the back of the head by accident just because you was the way y'all might have been, whatever posture y'all was in an exchange or whatever. You get hit in the back of the head. Next thing you know, you'll go to the hospital get evaluated. Sometimes them guys don't come out. You be like, damn. You know what I mean? So anytime you step in the octagon or the ring or in a dojo or whatever you do, combat, you can always not make it out. I mean, you got to keep that in mind. So you know what you signed up for. So,
Yeah.
but that doesn't make it right. Like if I'm like the commissioner, like let's say boxing had I was a commissioner like Adam Silver, or you know what I'm saying. I'm like I don't actually know none of, but you know what I mean. But and I said that. You know what I mean. Me, I probably would come off and be like, This is unfortunate. These things, we got to figure out how to try to get better and protect ourselves. Da, 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 and what I'll say something politically correct. And I mean, Dana White is such a savage. He don't give a damn about nothing. You know what I mean? But what he got going on. So I'm not surprised that he said what he said.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I just was like shocked that would happen like that. But I'll say this: it's unfortunate, but that's just what you get when you're talking about UFC. And for whatever reason,
I don't
this is
really
how
like
Dana
UFC
runs his
that
business.
much. I don't really
I'm
care
not a
for it.
big fan, but
It's
I'm
kind
just
of
saying, I just feel
barbarian.
bad. I just feel bad for the fighters, man. Like me being a fan of combat sports, I just hate to see the fighters constantly like always getting screwed and getting done dirty. I mean, you shouldn't have if you fighting at this level, man. You really shouldn't have to get a job, man, after you're done to pay for your health, to pay for your health, man. You should have health benefits, man. If fighters don't have none but health benefits, I would say everything else is fair. I mean, give me some health benefits, man, because we all know money run out fast, yo. Money runs out fast. And you can disagree with me on that, prize, but in my opinion,
He
I just
does.
hate to see these guys. I mean, you hear how James Tony talks? We
Yeah, but
talking about
Tony kind of
James
talked
Tony.
funny anyway. Back when he was younger, he still talked it like.
No, man, not like this, bro. Come
No,
on,
that's a
man.
little
You
bit. It's a
heartless,
little bit
dog.
bad. It's a little bit bad now.
You
Yeah,
heartless,
but
dog. You heartless, bro. He be like, he sound like Boomhauer or something. Dog. Like, what are
boom
you
power.
talking about,
Wow.
dude?
But
You can barely
I don't think you
understand him,
can. I
bro.
don't think you can give nobody no medicine or nothing for getting busted upside their head. Your brain is being shocked. I don't think there's nothing they can give you. See what I'm saying?
Man, come on, bro. Like, when you be saying stuff, Fries, if you wasn't my brother, I swear I would
All
just think
right,
you a super villain.
you can go
You
to
like,
get
you a
evaluated. You
super
probably
villain, dog.
they can't
Just
fix
keep
it.
it real.
They can't fix
Hey,
no damn
if you
brain damage.
if y'all
Crazy.
didn't know, if y'all didn't know this, Prize Fighter is a super villain. That's just what it is. He's a super villain. How in the world can you tell me James lights out Tony? The way he talks doesn't disturb you?
That's
Come
because
on,
he
man.
kept fighting.
Bro, you remember how James Tony used to be a talker? I don't know, man. I don't know.
And there's no health
Hey,
insurance that can stop that.
you are
If he can have the
diabolical,
best
dog.
health insurance
That's
in the
all I can
world,
say,
he's
man.
still going to talk like that. He been bust upside the head. What don't you get? There's no medicine.
I don't get why.
They
I
might make
don't
him.
get.
They might got stuff to calm him down. They might got him stuff to relax him, and maybe he could. I don't know, bro. You can't fix no damn brain damage. He do sound bad.
Oh,
Like I rock with Tony. I've been rocking with Tony since the '90s. So you know what I mean. I was trolling a little bit. He do sound crazy, but you even
no,
if
he was
that's
not trolling.
that's because of
He was,
him. He the one that got bust upside the head. Nobody told him to keep fighting and get hit in the head and fight.
bro.
Like he was fighting heavyweight, bro. Like Samuel Peters. That when he fought Samuel Peters, man, I remember countless of right hands he landed upside Tony's head. That guy was a big puncher, and Tony got so much gahunas. He won't go down. He won't get knocked out. He'll just get hit, and that there's no medicine. He can have the best
Yeah,
health
I
insurance
don't
in the
know.
world. He got bust upside the head. Period. I mean,
I pray this, y'all. If I'm ever this savage like Prize, please give me, a one in the chat. If y'all think this dude is nuts, please give me a
yeah,
one in the chat. Cause this dude just talk about people getting busted. You remember how James Tony talked
yeah.
more than I do,
And why he talk like
and
that?
he sounds like one of the like what Tasmanian devil now. What are you talking about?
And
You
why he
can't
sound like
understand
that?
that he's saying.
Why he sound like
I
that?
don't know. I don't
You're
know. Maybe the
insane. You're insane.
same reason Tommy Hearns. Same way as same way that we hear Tommy Hearns can barely talk.
Why is that?
I mean, man, Prize,
They
you
all
are
got something in
ice
common.
cold. You
They get
ice
hit
cold, dog.
in the head. They get punched in the head, in the face. Some of them fights back in the day, they was doing crazy rabbit punches. Like it's all, bro. It's a fight, bro. You fight for a living. Your brain is not meant to be shocked like that. When you get knocked out, that's your brain is shocked. You're not. You're not supposed to. That's not supposed to happen. You got people that have been knocked out multiple times.
I mean,
Y'all people, but y'all love War Tresor. Y'all love War Tresor. This is not
Ward Jazor can talk. Ward
for
Jazor can
now.
talk.
For now. Talk to me in 10 years.
Man, you are ice cold, dude. I mean,
I love War Tresor, but he will get smashed.
I can't understand nothing that James Toney say now.
Man.
I can't understand nothing that Tommy Hearn say now.
And you don't have an answer for that?
An answer for what?
Why they sound like that? Michael Jordan don't sound like that. Magic Johnson don't sound like that.
Hey, but Michael Jordan's eyes is yellow.
That might have been a bad example.
Man Mike got. I don't know my man Mike got liver disease.
Mike
or
looking
what,
crazy
bro?
out there.
That was a terrible example, but
And he cooked everybody
Mike got
thinking
some crazy looking eyes.
And look, and he cooked everybody thinking that he was gonna be sitting there with like Charles Barkley and them talking about basketball. Y'all must have lost y'all mind.
No. Mike do what he always do. He get a cushy job. You know my favorite thing? I love what Mike say. It's the competitive nature, the competitive fire. Like I never heard those words before until I heard Mike. Shout out to Mike. And I ain't gonna lie, one person that I'm a huge fan of is Michael Jordan. Man, I love Michael Jordan, man. I love Mike, man. He is me. I am him. But let me ask you this, man.
Yeah.
Our guest didn't make it. I don't know what's going on, but
he's a businessman.
What you think about the Danny Garcia card? What you think about the Danny Garcia card?
Well, I had fun. You know, I had fun there. Getting to meet you know, the fighters, getting to hang out with you and TD and brother Clarence. That was dope. I had a good time at the fight. I had excellent seats. I ain't had ringside like you this time, but I definitely had good seats. And there was some good fights on there, you know, but I give it a B. I think I gave the card a B. You know, Chris Colbert, I never seen him fight in person. That was cool. Who else fought? I'm losing my memory. But nevertheless, it was still some good fights in there. I give it a B.
You know what I will say? My bad. You know what I will say about the card that people don't give nobody credit, they don't give people credit for? Is that Mike and Danny had their own license. They didn't go and co-promote with somebody else to get a New York license. They actually went and got a New York license. I think that's really dope.
That's dope. Yeah.
For a young company to go get a New York license, because they could have easily called Joe Blow promoter and said, "Hey man, come do a card with me. Let's do let's do a co-promotion. You already got the license." No, they said they went and got their own license. And then, you know, hey, I would have loved to see it on the Zone or somewhere, but they got that, was it Millionaires Network? I don't know. But
I actually had a ball at the fight. Maybe like you right though, but what they did was dope. And that's why I give it a B, because the whole thing, you asked me how the card was. It was good to see some guys like TD just reminded me, like Keith Cologne. That was good.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it was some guys that I wanted to see in person. I mean, I seen Keith Cologne before, but there was some other guys that I wouldn't mind seeing in person. So I was like, oh, he fighting. Oh, okay, that's what's up. Oh, I know this guy. All right, cool. Now I mean, I believe my young boy Nair Albright, was he on that joint, or was that another fight I was at?
Yeah, Nair Albright was on there.
Yeah. See, so I'm saying, it's like, if you know, you know. But I get it. Like, I'm not gonna call the card trash. I'm not gonna be that brutal. But it could have been like for a farewell thing. I wish it was some other names on there, but I'm cool with what I got. The simple fact that I went and it was dope. We got dope content, and I think, you know, the whole event was dope to me. I think it was fire. So as far as the fights go, I give it a B. I give it a little B minus maybe, because, you know, like you said, they it's just more than, they did a lot to put that together, you know. And as a fan of the sport, me being there, I had a great time.
Real promoters, man.
Yeah, absolutely. And don't think this is the end.
A lot of credit for being real promoters, man. It's gonna be many more to come, I hope.
Yeah, he was supposed to be TD.
I'll just say this: the thing that.
My bad. Go ahead, BVO.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just reading
Oh,
the
I take that
comment.
back. No, he wasn't on the. That's
I
right.
know.
He wasn't on
Then
the
I'll
card. He
see
was
him
supposed to
somewhere.
be
I
on.
seen him somewhere else. Then I seen him fight a couple times. I rock with him.
Yeah, I don't know what happened with him, but as far as the card, it was good. But you know what? One thing I noticed, people love to hop on when you got a finished product, but when you trying to come up and do something, everybody has all the critiques in the world.
Yeah,
That's the part that get me. It's like, dang,
that's why I'm not gonna
it's their
say it's
first
trash.
big card.
That's why I'm not gonna say it's trash. You know what I'm saying? It could have been better, yeah, because if you could get them big names, but let the bull Danny and Mike and them let they get their feet wet. They trying to, let them. So I'm gonna support it and not call it like there was some fights that wasn't good. Don't get me wrong, but it bees like that sometimes. You know what I mean? But
Only
I
fight
think
I
the
thought wasn't good was like they had the little redneck versus this big Russian nigga. Man, I don't know what that was. That was
oh
like
yeah,
something you
the
see at the
bull. You
fair.
talk the bull ran like crazy. You know, I never say niggas run. Yo, he was running. And
I
then he was in the
mean,
hallway taking
it was
pictures. I was like, yo, why you was running? I got it on my meta glasses.
yeah. Shout out the prize with the $200 glasses on.
Shoot. That's how I record with my phone and my metas. That's dope.
Yeah, but I say this though: do you want to see Danny Garcia again?
Yeah, why not? If I could, if it's this is what I like about it. It was also affordable too. You know, so if I want Danny to come. I wish brother Mike was up here, but I wish Danny do a card in Philly. You know, he know he got to. I get it. He fought in the because I think Danny fought in the Barclays like 8 or 9 times, maybe more.
10 times.
Yeah, 10 times. Yeah. So I want to see him come in, and go up in Wells Fargo and run it. Run it. Just run
Yeah,
it. Or do it at the Leacore. The Leacore would be dope. It's a little bit smaller. But there's places Danny could Danny, they gonna want to do it big though. They ain't gonna want to do that little small time ish. But I feel like
I mean
Danny,
the
it
Barclays
shouldn't be
Center
the
that was
lesson.
huge. That was
That's
a
what I'm
huge
saying.
event.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. As far as booking the venue, I don't think Danny is going to book the Leacore Center, and if he's going to be on the card, maybe if he's promoting his Swift Promotions, maybe him and brother Mike might book the Leacore or 2300 or something like that, or the Armory. But Danny's not going to fight in. I don't think Danny will fight in there. Mm-mm.
I was shocked not
Nope.
to see David Garcia. It might have been something with his young, because I know he's young. I want to see David Garcia fight, didn't you?
Who?
David Garcia? Yeah, man.
I
I keep
never.
forgetting y'all don't be watching boxing. My
I watch
bad.
boxing. I never heard of the
David
kid.
Garcia. No, you don't be watching the young guys on the come up, but David Garcia is a young fighter on the come up, man. Really good young fighter. I think he might be 16 or 17. Really good young fighter. We actually got a good young fighter coming tomorrow, my brother Chad Pitts. I mean, these young guys, man, they got me excited about boxing. And
Yeah, for sure. I rock with him.
when you and I'll be honest with you, man. When you hear people like the Jalil Hackett's, the Xander Zayas, those guys, man, those guys want to fight, man. And that's exciting because I'm tired of boxing being a big soap opera, in my humble opinion. I don't know why it's got to be a big soap opera. My
Like
man, Brother
wrestling
Bernard
now.
said he's done cards in Philly.
Yeah, true that.
What you
I
really want, though, what
probably
you
been
want to
the
see,
one.
what you really want to see with Danny Garcia is to keep doing what he's doing. I think he had a top-ranked fighter on his card. You want to see him keep becoming a businessman and keep doing what he's doing because boxing is hard, man.
Mm-hmm.
Brother
I
Bernard,
I
what's going
support
on,
any of
man?
them. What up, brother B? I support any one of them
What up,
brothers
what up,
trying to
man?
get their promotional company off the ground. I'll let brother B get in here. What's up with you, brother B?
Man, what's up, good man? How y'all doing?
Good, blessed man. I'm
Good, man.
blessed.
Just talking a little boxing, man. I think my
Man,
brother
yeah,
Mike couldn't
I
make
was
it,
hearing y'all.
unfortunately.
I was hearing y'all. Did you send him the link?
Yeah, I sent him the link. Yeah, and I called him too. I don't know what happened.
Oh, okay. Might have got busy, man.
Yeah,
Slim a busy guy, but he ain't
yeah.
no stuck up type dude. Slim ain't a high post. So if he did,
No.
that's basically, but yeah, he ain't high post, But nah, he a good
Yeah,
dude. Uh
yeah, he
they
is.
did they they've done a couple of cards. They've done cards in Philly. Uh, I like the card for the simple fact Danny gave his guys. Danny understood that he's a draw, and he used his draw ability to get his guys opportunities that are signed directly to him, which a promoter who's still a relevant boxer is supposed to do. I give him kudos for that.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, he, Quincy Williams. Quincy, a hell of a young fighter. Just
Yeah.
missed the Olympic team. Just missed the Olympic team. So for him to get that type of eye appeal because Danny was able to turn it out, to me that was a major blessing for a young fighter. And a young fighter can get that. So I think Danny turned out, and for Danny to be where he is, meaning he's been doing this for a long time. He turned out celebrities, champ. He has celebrities and stars on the floor now.
Mm-hmm.
He did.
That's a fact.
He did.
Yeah,
You
he
know,
has celebrities.
he had a
stars.
couple of them. Former fighters coach, former champions. The former heavyweight champion was in the building. I mean, that's what you want in an up and coming promotional company. So instead of me tearing the card down, I'm gonna actually uplift the card.
Man, for a man who was running an independent promotion company, void of co-promotion with a big major, he did a great job. Millions.co. We fought on that brand network before. It's a very professional brand network. They good people. He had Meek, he had Fabulous, he had Mano, he had faces that are not.
Gilly was out there.
Yeah,
I met him.
he didn't have he ain't had no never was or has beens. He have currents. So to have the currents be out there, support Danny the way he was, support it. I give him
crazy, man. I ain't gonna let you stick that in the ear, Coach.
What you talking about, man? I mean, nah. When you look here, bro,
you know what's Coach, man. He be talking crazy.
Nah, you know what I'm talking about, man. You go to a fight card, and sometimes dudes will give you the overwhelming conversation, but when you get there, it's a bunch of neighborhood stars. It's a bunch of dudes that he was the man on Flamingo Avenue, but other than Flamingo Avenue, nobody know him. That type of stuff.
The
you got guys,
2002 Porsche. The dude driving a 2002 Porsche.
Right, dude got on a lime green fur, and the only thing it resembles is a Muppet. That type of shit. So that's what I'm talking about. Danny turned.
That's crazy.
Danny turned out faces. Danny turned out names. Yeah. So
there's a lot of other celebrities we missing that we didn't name too, by the way.
Yeah, and he turned out current fighters. Berlinga was there. A lot of fighters was there. So Franchon Cruz was there. A lot of media was there. Once again,
Zilly Zhang was in the house.
Yeah, so you can't tell me that this wasn't an A card, because if it wasn't an A, tell me what made it not an A. I'm cool with somebody saying it was, a B or a C, but then you got to tell me what made it a B or a C, because to me, he had numbers. And when I say he had numbers, it's a lot of guys who are with major promotions that get inflated numbers. They'll say, "Oh, he had 18,000," but if you was in the building, damn well he had about 11,000. But so Danny had numbers. Danny had numbers in there. He had celebrities in there. He was at a large venue. He did everything he needed to do without it being a title fight, without him having a major promotion that was doing it. You saw Kelly Swanson. Kelly Swanson is top of the food chain when it comes to promoting fights. She was in the building. So when if somebody say it wasn't a fight, then they got to tell me what made it anything less than an A.
Yeah,
that's all I say on it.
And I
They
was
had some
bringing
good
this up,
fights, though.
Coach. They had their own license. They didn't use another promoter. They didn't go to a chicken circuit promoter and say,
Yeah,
"Come on, let's do this together." They did their own thing, man.
they wasn't
Yeah, I
selling. They
respect that.
wasn't selling Michelob in red cups. They wasn't selling Michelob in red cups.
No, they
They went to
definitely
the
wasn't.
fountain section. Come on, bro. Yeah, they went to the fountain drink session, and you got shit coming out the draft. You got Miller Genuine draft and a Miller
Mm-hmm.
cup. Yeah, so
It
yeah,
definitely
so
was
I
fully
mean,
concession.
yeah. So
It
don't.
definitely
Yeah, when I
was.
say that, when I say that, Danny did a first rate job. Danny did a first rate job like a businessman. And
Mm-hmm.
if you haven't seen, he's done smaller fights in Philadelphia when he was
Mm-hmm.
growing his promotion. But now that he's got a little bit of legs under him, and I give a shout out that he got his own TV deal with millions. I mean, that was his own independent thing. So I give him respect for that.
Yeah, the only reason I gave it a B was because some of the fights were lackluster. But other than that, I had a great time. I thought everything was excellent.
Once again, I can give you A-level fights that had a whole undercard that was lackluster,
Yeah, that's a fact.
including the prelims. But we don't say they not an A because they're a major promoter.
No, I'll say they're
Danny,
terrible. I don't care if it's top ranked
yeah,
PBC. I don't care who it is. Turkey.
but
He tried to put that.
you know,
You remember he tried to put that card of the century together, and he put all them names. That card was garbage.
yeah, but just think about it like this. Danny did more with less than some people do with more.
Mm-hmm.
So that gave him an A in my book because he did more with less.
I ain't mad at it, cuz.
Yeah. He look, I'm gonna say this. If you see Usain Bolt run a 10-2, you like, damn, but he can do better. You see a 300-pound dude run a 10-2, you can't say that was subpar because Usain Bolt could do a 9-8. You got to say he did more with less. That's what made it great.
Yeah, I had, like I said, I had an amazing time. It's one of them cards, you know, if you was there, you probably had a good time. Like I said, you get them, and the celebrities, you know, they were right there. You had complete access to them. They was walking around. It was cool. Is that inside the stadium, outside, it was lit. So, you know, I like I said, I'm not gonna get up here and call the card trash. I'm just gonna support the movement for now until further notice. But right now, I've been to a Swift promotion before, and it was always cool. You know, so I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, that joint was an A. That joint was an A. I mean, I can't say it wasn't an A because the pieces that make it an A is, to me, in my opinion, you did great numbers. You turned out celebrities. You had quality fights where people didn't boo and people stayed to the end. That he had all of those pieces. If he
I
had all
rock with
those
it.
pieces, yeah, it was good, you know. And like I said, for me, it was Danny giving an opportunity to his guys to be showcased that in a lot of opportunities, a lot of situations, they may not get that opportunity this early.
Yeah,
Like
that
I
was a
said,
big look.
Quincy Williams is an upcoming star who fought a quality guy, and he got to be seen on a big stage. He got look here. I'm gonna say, and this other piece, this is a key piece to me. When people post your clips, and they posting clips from either a jumbotron or they posting it from the network, it looks so much better than when they posting it in between two people who going to get some popcorn and get a soda.
Yes, indeed.
And that's another thing that I give
Yes,
credit.
indeed.
He provided his guys with an opportunity to get clips that either came from a jumbotron or from watching it directly on the screen, as opposed to you see a great fight, you see a good knockout, but you got to see it between two people getting popcorn, a big dude standing up,
Yeah.
you know, all that type of stuff. So I give him that.
And he got the young boys paid too. Not only did he got them good looks, they did get paid.
But what he said, he
Yeah,
got a big
so
man standing up. Shout out to Bernard.
I mean, because it was some well-seated people that came from wherever the big heavyweight was, Slovakia, wherever.
They were
They
deep.
they didn't get to see their fighter until somebody said, "Man, with the big dude with the goobers, will you make him sit down?" And he looked around and said, Jaleel, sit down. Jaleel said, man, they talking to your big wide ass.
You listen, they ain't talking about me digging into about you.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
that was so much fun, man.
That was my piece. You know, like I said, I think it was a hell of a situation for the Chris Colbert fans. They saw Chris Colbert fight. You know, Chris Colbert still got fans. Like Slim still got fans, so they came and seen him. Like I said, Danny turned out. The big heavyweight that fought, he actually was the smaller of the two heavyweights. He actually got a fan base. He got a fan base. They turned out he has a fan base. So
For sure.
you know, like I said, that was a good joint. I'm happy to see, and then I'm happy to see minorities doing it. You know,
Yes.
shout out, you know, the minority. I seen a black and a brown man getting money. So you know,
Yep.
I
Shout
can't
out
never hate
Danny
on
and
a
brother
black.
Mike. For sure.
Yeah, I can't never hate on a black and a brown man getting money, especially when I see so many people praising and hating for what somebody that don't look like us did. So you know, I'm cool with it.
Yeah. I ask you this though. From seeing a fight like that, is it hard to put on is it that hard to put on a promotion, you think?
Man, I'm gonna be honest with you, hey bro. Leonard Ellaby told me and Jaleel one time when we was with Mayweather Promotion. He said to put on a very good quality card, at the minimum you're gonna spend is $250,000. That's the minimum you're gonna spend.
That's
So
insane.
if he's saying that's the minimum to put on a good quality card, then at some point we gotta really give Danny big ups because he went in his pocket for $250.
Yeah, the promotion, it looked very PBC-ish. So yeah, I like it though. I definitely like it.
You ain't see Bubba Leroy and Skillet at the door trying to, you know, give people in saying I know somebody. You seen real security, you
Yeah,
seen
real.
real
Everything
quality.
was the real deal.
Yeah. The ticket was printed on ticket paper.
And don't get
instead
it
of,
twisted.
some raffle tickets.
Them drinks was not cheap in there. I think I spent $1. What was it, $1.62 times? Yes, we did.
Yes. So once again, he put
And
on a
y'all,
hell of a jump. He put on a hell of a jump. He ain't had no bullshit jumping off in
Right.
there. It was
Nope.
real respectable.
Mm-hmm.
The tickets was on ticket paper, not raffle ticket paper, but regular ticket paper.
Ticketmaster.
You know, he went all out the right way. So
Yeah, he did
Slim
everything
Shady
legit.
right.
yeah.
And you know
And
what
he
else?
did
You know what else I said, Coach, before you came up? The tickets wasn't even that price bad. They were actually fair. Because my seats I had was real good for the price that I did.
So that was an A then. So that joint was an A because guess
The only
what?
reason I say it wasn't an A because some of the fights were lackluster, but other than that, it was a B for me.
But once again, what fight was lackluster coming from a promoter who was giving his guys opportunities to be
Like,
seen
well,
by
TD Sports says Gabe Rosado and Alexander was a bad fight, and Dominique Crowder almost put people to sleep. I would have to agree with him. I saw Gabe backstage. I told him, man, I said, yeah, you nicer than that, but he took it for whatever it was.
Man, look here. You had hey, and get you know what you just started that statement off with, right? Listen, you know I'm gonna get on you for how you started your statement.
Mm-hmm.
You know I'm gonna get on you.
Get tight.
Another N, couple of letters behind it, said.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This is what you started. Another joker said.
Yeah.
You didn't tell me you said it. You said another joker said.
I'm reading comments.
Yeah, but listen what I'm saying. I asked you, and if you would have said, hey, X, Y, and Z, you told me what another joker said about the Dominique Crowder and the Gabe Rosado.
No, I said that you said it was an A, and I said that's cool. I think it was a B. There were some fights that was going on. I actually got up. I can't remember. I actually got up and went and did something else. So if I'm not like, there's been like when I went to a last card, I didn't miss any fights.
Yeah, but you didn't just say that. You just said, if you want to rewind this tape, you just said such and such something sports said.
I read the comments, coach. That's what I do around here. I read the comments in
Yeah,
the
but
chat while BBO can.
no, I give you that. But whenever I'm gonna say this, whenever I ask a question, because I'm so man determined on man, I was saying that like I'm saying it to you. Like, why did you? If you said I'm reading a question, I'm reading a comment out the chat, then I'm cool with it. But you started off with this what somebody else said.
And you got to remember that's a Puerto Rican. That's a Puerto Rican you talk about too. So you going to take what he says with a grain of salt.
Man,
Come on now.
ain't nobody trying to hear that. Hey, that's it. And I'm gonna tell you what, and I'm gonna say why I say that, because I defend a lot of podcasts that I watch. I watch some podcasts and they ain't got 300 followers, but I defend them because I said, I don't tell me if a dude say something and he's spot on and he got 300 people saying it, but 100 other podcasters talk about he don't know what he talk about, that he don't know this. But then you hear it from Rick Glazer, same exact thing a week later, and then you say, oh yeah, Rick Glazer said it. Nah, that ain't where you heard it from, because you just dogged another dude for saying it that only had 300 followers. I give kudos and respect to everybody's independent commentator or independent thought on something. That's what's messing us up. We live in a society now where we're losing independent thinking.
Yeah.
So if 30 people say something and you know for a fact all 30 are lying, and one person say the truth, if you stop using independent thinking, you going back to 30, because that's the mob.
Yeah.
And that's what's killing. You want to know what's killing black fighters? Is that right there. That right there. The commentary get put out about the black fighter, and the black fans get to run in with the commentary that somebody told you.
That's why I watch the fights with the sound off, man.
No. I'm not talking about you individually. I'm talking about
No. I know. I'm agreeing with you. I'm with you.
The way the needle move.
The
Puerto Ricans and the Mexicans. But listen, they're not horrible. I'm not gonna say that. They rely on us being shadows. And when I say us being shadows, they put one person out there to say it, and then it's 1,000 shadows behind them. That's what I mean by being shadows. But you won't get that from the Mexican community. You won't get that from the Puerto Rican community. We only get it from you don't get it from the white community, because they're still looking for a great white hope. So the only community you get that from is our community. And as long as we do that, we'll never be able to control the needle, because we already know that the needle can always get budged against us by our own. Look how many
I get criticized for rooting for the black fighters, the young brothers. I get criticized. I get called racist and biased. I'll be like, damn. But it's okay for the Mexicans to root for the Mexicans, the Puerto Ricans, the South Africans, the Argentinians. Everybody cool. But when I go for the brothers, let
me give you a piece of knowledge on that. You know why it's a problem to some people? And I'm not saying me, but you know why it's a problem? Because instead of looking for the reasons to make a black man and a Latino man's card an A, you dug down deep to find reasons to make it a B.
Yeah.
That's why. But not today. My thing is, if we do something extraordinary and we consider it pound for pound on the level that somebody else at a high level did it on, then I gotta give him the difference. I gotta give him the pound for pound difference. The pound for pound difference. Yeah.
Let me ask you this, because I seen something, and what you said, I didn't mean to interrupt you. What you said really reminded me. So Bomac went on a podcast today and addressed the podcast and said, why do you go out of your way to tear down black fighters? You think Bomac was out of order to go out of that, to go on a podcast and tell a guy that he's not black enough? Or what do you think about that?
Nah, he wasn't out of order. If you want to support Bud from the time Bud was today or when he started winning belts, then
Mm-hmm.
go back to the time before Bud was Bud. You gotta think about the whole picture of it. And Bomac the only one qualified to say it. And the reason why, because he's saying it from a position of being on top. If he was at the
Mm-hmm.
bottom or he waited to them till they failed, you wasn't saying that when you was on top. He said it from a position of on top, a position of power. And his was more like, hey, I can say this for the ones who don't have the voice to say. So Bomac was complete. And some of these cornballs need to hear it when they hide behind anonymity. Say all they slick stuff, but you never see them at the fights. Say all they slick stuff, but when they see the fighters, they want to take pictures, asking for a drop. Say all the slick stuff, but you ain't doing no better in your anything. How can a $1 dude tell me I'm messing up by
$1 dude.
no. How can a $1 dude tell me I'm messing up for only taking $5 million for a fight? Talking about it was worth more. You a $1 dude. I'm giving you dude because I'm on your podcast. But he was a $1 dude. You're a $1 dude, and you trying to tell me how I made a dumb decision because I only took $5 million for a fight. But you've made a series of dumb. You over 30.
Yeah. Coach cut out, but he was cooking, man. What's going on, man? We got my brother Dub right side. What's up, brother?
Man, what's going on, BVO? Shout out to my brother BVO Pride. Shout out to Coach in the building, man. Coach B. Shout out to my brother. What we on, man?
What up, good brother? How you doing?
To my brother Big Dog Willie, man. What he say? Tank reverse backbreaker is a big threat to Jake Shakur.
Appreciate Big Dog Willie in the
Hey,
super
read
chat.
that comment. That dude.
It's really crazy. Tank, he said reverse back break is a big threat to Jake Paul. So Shakur replicating that move. This move by Shakur to help Paul is genius. Jake Paul off the top rope wins the match. BVO Sports. Tank versus Paul, November the 14th. Wrestling. Y'all like wrestling? Tune in.
Hey, we talked about wrestling the other day, didn't we, Prize?
Yeah, wrestling.
I ain't gonna lie though, man. You said a $2 dude.
Yeah.
But you
A
know
$1 dude.
This
That
dude
was
is talking
crazy.
about right side. So Bomac went on a big podcast. You know, we don't like to mention nobody because I don't want nobody to say we trying to copy them or hate on them. But he said Bomac went at the guy and said, you know what, how in the world you gonna come at me? We on top. Why you always trying to cut us down because we black? And I thought to myself, was Bud out of order? And Coach was saying no. What did you think? Was Bomac out of order to go on a podcaster for disagreeing with how Bud do things?
How you gonna go at how Bud right now? Bud Crawford is pound for pound the greatest fighter in the world. How the hell? How you gonna go at him for how he doing things? The way he doing things is winning.
That's what I thought, but Bomac said he had enough for the people on YouTube talking crazy about Bud. I don't know what
y'all do talking crazy about Bud.
I mean, what more did he want? I don't understand. Bud's the guy. What more do you want? You won. He a sore winner. He a sore winner, man.
See, and this the problem right here. This the problem. What you just said. He a sore winner. No, he ain't no sore winner. He just a winner. He ain't sore. What he sore about?
Because he won. What are we talking about? You won.
You the same dude? All right.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
I had Canelo.
Hold on, no, but you the same guy that even when Bud won, you said, according to you, well, he won, but the only reason he won, he was on the snack program. Only reason, nigga, y'all be hating. Stop hating. Just stop hating.
Hold on, I said the snack program works. Remember, I said it works.
Here we go, y'all. All right, hey, chat, y'all listen to this now. Y'all just pay attention to what the brother saying. Just pay attention.
The snack hey, brother Bernard, am I wrong to say the snack program works?
He ain't up here.
Oh, my bad. Prize, am I wrong to say the snack program works?
I mean, if that's your opinion, that's what you say. I mean, do they test hot? I ain't hear about Terrence and nobody testing hot, so. And I didn't see people on snack get beat. So, I mean.
What they got to do with anything?
Hey, I don't think it has anything to do with it. But if you want to, if you want your own opinion, you're not wrong. No.
Yeah, he wrong. He 100% wrong.
Hey, tell him, coach,
He
he hate, he
100%
out
wrong.
here hating. Tell me he ain't
He
hating.
hating. You that dude that was at the bus stop pouring rain, and you standing next to your man and say, "That nigga got them ugly ass rims on that Rolls Royce."
He dropped, but you at the bus stop and a nigga driving a Rolls Royce. Come on, man.
Oh, here we go. We got my man Mike. What's going on, man?
That's
Oh, what's
crazy.
going on? What's going on? What's going on?
What up,
Brother
Mike?
Mike, what it is?
Nah,
We
man.
thought you
How
weren't gonna
you?
show up for the black man. We was worried.
Come on, man. Nah, we always show up for the black man.
I was like, damn, I gotta get my son Burrow out. He ain't coming for the black man.
Nah. What's going
Hey,
on? Play that.
hey. The man's supposed to be he supposed to be on camera dancing around the sombrero right now. Because he picked Canelo. Go. He picked Canelo to beat Bud.
And Mike picked Canelo too, didn't you, Mike? Tell him, man.
No.
Hold on, Mike. You off code.
That's
off code.
You off code.
There's only one code, the real
thing
code.
I heard.
You know what I mean?
What code are we talking about?
You light skinned, man. You light skinned like me. You supposed to be for Canelo, man. You off code.
That's insane.
At the end of the day, I said it from the very beginning. I thought Canelo had the size, but I didn't think that was going to matter because of the skill, talent, and the level that Terrence has. And I said from the beginning, and you can ask a lot of people I spoke to about it, Canelo had a flaw, in my opinion, that I thought Terrence would take advantage of, which he did. If you watch when he fought Beterbiev and he lost that fight, was because he steps with his back foot forward first. Bivol, I'm sorry. He steps with his back foot first. And I knew that Bud and B-Mac was going to be all over that. And they were. Because that's when he's exposed. That's when he's at his weakest point. He can't throw at you. And if he does throw at you, it's not powerful because he doesn't have power behind it.
Yeah. So, I don't like that you saying
that.
You off code. I want you to know you off code, man. I want you to know you off code.
I don't even know what code are we talking about. I don't even know this code.
BVO lives by a different code that we still trying to figure out, brother Mike.
Man.
So
you out of order. Hey, the brother gonna use my own drop against me, man. You see how you do? You see that's what your friends do to you right here, man.
But let me ask you this, Mike. Let me ask you this, because one thing I want to get a little bit about what you're doing, man. How hard was it to get a boxing license in New York, man? How hard was that?
It was pretty hard. I mean, Matt did a great job helping us out the commission. Shout out to him. I think he gets a bad rap. I think people think that he tries to make it hard, and it's not that. I think what he tries to do is he tries to make sure that they're exciting fights and that they're even fights. And I think a lot of people don't like that because, unfortunately, with some of the way boxing is right now, it's very lopsided. So when you go to a commission like him, I mean, listen, I can't even tell you how many bouts we had that we put up to him. Shout out to our matchmaker, Ray. And he would say no. And most commissions would say yes in a heartbeat. But if it's not as close to 50-50 in his opinion, he's not going to do it. So people don't like dealing with that because he's making people fight. But to me, that makes a great card. So I'm okay with it.
So let me ask you, what was it like working with Paul at the Barclays Center? I know he's in charge of everything now.
Yeah, Paul's the man. I was on the phone with Paul today. Paul's awesome. He's great. He makes things easy, streamlines things. It was a pleasure from beginning to end. I mean, like I said, I was on the phone with him today, and we'll see what future ventures we have. But yeah, he was easy.
So that being said, what do you think about people giving you criticism for trying to start your own doing your own thing with your own network and your own promotion company? Because I heard people say stuff like, why didn't you go with the Zone? Why are you trying to build your own? What does that make you feel like when people get mad at you for wanting ownership?
I mean, I'm just going to put it to you like this. What was the Zone 15 years ago, 10 years ago? There were nothing, right?
Right.
So I think if you want to be mad because somebody's willing to take a chance and make things different and burst into a scene when we truly feel as though we have a superior product, then that's on you. That's got nothing to do with me. We're going to do what we believe, regardless of who feels we're right or wrong. If we feel that it's the right thing to do for the boxing community and for the people, that's what we're going to do. We're not worried about who else thinks what, because the only ones at the end of the day that got to deal with it is Danny and I. That's it.
Yeah. And that being said, when you go on into a venture like this, were you guys nervous? Because one thing, I tried to get a fighter one time, and I got out quick when somebody wanted to get him because you just give him money, guys. Is it hard being a promoter?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, look, you gotta, there's a fine balance with everything, and in my opinion, right now, where boxing is, it's at a state to where I think not many promotional companies are going to be able to survive because of the way shows are being done right now. I think it makes it really, really hard.
No, one second. Oh, I think Mike fell on the steps.
All right,
Okay,
my
there you
bad.
go. There you go. There you go. Oh, you fell back on the steps.
Yeah, but
All right, there we go.
but in my opinion, if you just keep your head down and do the right thing and have good fights, the true boxing community knows what that is and what that looks like. So you can't worry about what other people say or what other people do, or that's it. You just got to worry about yourself. And that's what we try to do is we stay in the lane. That's our lane, regardless of what anybody thinks about it or how they want to judge it.
Yeah, that's a real thing. My next thing, I'm bring you in, Doug. Give me 1 second. One thing I also wanted to ask you too. Do you think Danny will extend his career? What you guys build a promotion company, because it seemed like Floyd's fighters did better when he was fighting.
Yeah, I mean, look, I don't know. Like right now, we're just honestly just gonna enjoy the win. Let him spend time with his family. He had a grueling camp, and then we'll sit down and we'll talk about it and we'll go from there. But like he said that night, he's 85%. I mean, to me, you ask me, I think he looked phenomenal. I think he looked back to his old self. And he was very fortunate enough to leave that battle unscathed. So, but he's been doing it a long time, and he's got 3 kids, and that definitely plays a part. So whatever decision he decides he wants to do, we're going to back it 1,050%, and we're going to move in that direction. And we're just going to support the boxers that we have on the card on our team, who, in my opinion, we've got a good roster, and I think they're going to make a lot of noise in the next 2 years.
How good is David Garcia as well? How good is David Garcia? I've been hearing a lot about him. How good is he, man?
David's an animal. He's an animal. Kid's 16, fights like he's 20, 24. His IQ, his boxing IQ is unlike any 16-year-old I've ever seen in my life. I think he's been a little tested, and people don't realize it because he's been in camps with David Benavidez. He's been in camps with Edgar Berlanga. He's been in camps with Danny. So I think he's got more war scars than people realize, because they just see him at 16 and say, all right, well, he's only 16. But get in the ring with him and then tell me what you think when you're standing across from him. His U.S. debut, he fought a guy who was almost 30 years old and got him out of there in the first round. And you can't sit there and say, oh, well, they made sure he did that. Well, no, we didn't. And it showed, because his opponent's next fight, he knocked a guy out who's a up and coming prospect. He knocked him out in the second round. So no, we didn't baby him. He's just got that kind of talent that he makes it look like we're babying him. So that's kudos to him and his pops.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be good. Hold on, is that me? Oh, okay. But go ahead, Dub. Go ahead, Dub. I know you had a couple questions. This is my brother Dub Rice. I got a couple questions for you, man.
Hey, man. Hey, first thing, salute to you, my brother. We talk boxing all the time. I'm a Georgia boy, and I love football, right?
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe you have what you kind of get college football recruits more exposure. Correct me if I'm wrong on that.
That is true. Zaire Salam, who was a top prospect when he was boxing, took time off to do his Division I career, and he made his pro debut at the Barclay on October 18th, getting back in the scene. So, and he was one of the top amateurs when he boxed. He just took time off for Division I football, but now he's making his way back home.
What? For you to put your time? Is that me?
No, that's Cole. That's Cole. He's trying to get back. He's trying to get his mic together. Go ahead.
For you to put your time and effort into these amateurs as far as boxing goes, to really help build these guys up, because boxing, we all know boxing. It's always been known as the poor man's sport, right? It's one of them things. A lot of guys don't box because they want to. They box because that's a avenue for them outside a way out. Just what goes into your thought process as far as finding these guys and showing them, hey, you can do something totally different, taking them off the streets a lot of times. What goes into your mindset as far as finding them?
I mean, me and Danny just try to look for people that honestly just are reflections of us and make us think of the hard work we've put in. We didn't have no spoon in our mouths, me or Danny. You know, everything that we've been able to accomplish and how we've done it is through grit. It's through grit, head down, and just grinding it out. So we kind of look, and that's how we want everybody that's on our team to be. It's just head down, just grinding it out, putting their time in the gym, and, you know, trying to understand that the purpose of what they want to do is not necessarily out in the streets, but in the gym, because that's the real way out. So I think family plays a big part in that, and we like to make sure that, you know, that they come from a good family, a good background, they have their head on their shoulders, and we just try to help them guide from there and hopefully potentially build them to be world champs.
I ain't mad at it. I got to put you on the spot, man.
Go ahead.
We talk boxing all the time over here. We pick fights and all that kind of stuff. We got a great card coming up on November 22nd. I'm a Devin Haney guy. I love Dev. You know
No, he's not. No, he's not.
Here we go. Here we go with the lies. Here we go with the lies. I love Dev. You know what I'm saying? I love Junior. Brian Norman Jr. That's my. I ain't never met Dev in person. I've met Junior in person. Like I said, I'm a Georgia guy anyways. I'm picking Junior in that fight, right? I got Junior. Tell me how you see that fight playing out and who you got winning.
I mean, that's a hard fight in my opinion, man. Like I think that's going to be a great fight. I think it's going to depend on who dictates the fight. I think they both have the possibility to win. But I think it's gonna come down to who controls the fight more, who dictates the pace.
Real quick, they always say styles make fights. I disagree with that statement 100%. Whoever can implement their style, that's what makes the fight. Whoever implements their style better, in my opinion. What would you say?
That's still a style, right? Because styles make fights. So if you have a style that is, even if it's contradictory to somebody else, but you can have your style dictate and dominate the fight, that still is a style.
Agreed.
So, yeah.
Agreed. We agree.
So you got Black Jesus then. So you got Black Jesus, Devin Haney on.
Hold on. No, let the man tell you who he got.
Listen, I think it's gonna go either way. I think if it comes down to a boxing match, I think Devin's gonna win. But I think if it comes down to where they stand in the middle of the ring and people want to bite down and see who could do what in the pocket,
Junior got it.
I think Junior got it. So that's why I said I think it's going to be dictated by the style of the fight. And listen, and I know Devin's a great guy. I've never met Junior or Senior, so I don't really know them. I'm just speaking on experience, and Devin's a great guy. I mean, I spoke to him, his pops. You know, shout out Mickey Bay. Mickey's one of our fighters on our roster. Mickey helps train him. He's actually helping train him for this fight.
Shout out to Mickey Bay.
I got a lot of respect for Devin. That's just my opinion of what I think the fight is, and I think that they're both great fighters. And like I said, I think if it comes down to a boxing match, I think Devin is going to win. I think that's just what it's going to be. But if it comes down to let's bite on our mouthpiece and see who's got what, then that could be a little bit of a different story.
I think Devin gonna have to bite down in their fight. I think he's gonna have to. That gum shield gonna be important for him. He's gonna have to bite down in that fight, and that's the only reason I'm picking Junior. I think Junior can cut the ring off. I think he has underrated footwork. But I do, once again, like I said, I think Devin is a master class boxer. You know what I mean? So I can see it going either way. I don't care who wins. I always say it was a birthday gift. They announced it June 30th. So that's my birthday. That was a birthday gift to me. Respect.
So that's Mike Tyson's birthday. That's not your. That's Mike Tyson's birthday.
Okay, me and Mike Tyson got the same birthday. What you mean? We got the same birthday. One last one, real quick. One last one. Abdullah Mason. I don't know if you had a chance to speak to the brother, anything like that, but he's going to be fighting for his first world title. Man, what's your thoughts on Abdullah Mason as a in this fight I can't even. What's the dude he fighting? I can't remember.
Sam Notes. Sam Notes.
Sam Notes. Thank you, Sam. I think he's gonna beat the brake shoes off the man, respectfully. But what's your thoughts on that?
I think it's a great step up for Abdullah. I think Abdullah is very talented. Obviously, he's another Ohio guy. You know, he was actually training with Mickey Bay when he was younger. I think Abdullah's going to come out, and I think he's going to showcase. And I think this is going to be the first of many titles that he's gonna put on his notch and put around his waist. And yeah, I think that's how it's going to go. I mean, that's not a disrespect towards the other guy. I mean, I just think Abdullah is superior to him in this fight. That's just my opinion.
Last question for you. Last question.
Well, you see Dub as every question.
I'm long winded. Everyone is the last, but I always have more.
I want to know when y'all gonna when's the next card in Philly? Are y'all planning on a card at 2300 or somewhere in the city?
Like I said, we're gonna take a couple of weeks just to regroup. You know, we might be going to a convention later on at the end of this month, and then I think by then we'll figure out what the next step is. I think right now we just want to be able to, you know, it was a tight 6 weeks, so we just want to be able to have him spend some time with the family and kind of travel and catch up a little bit. I'm spending some time with the family, and then we're gonna regroup and we'll be able to go from there. So
hopefully you get some cars in Philly, man. I had a good time at the last card at Barclays. I had a good time with the brothers and hanging out and all that. That was lit.
No, for sure. We're definitely going to be in Philly next year. That's without question. It's just going to be a matter of who, how, and when.
That's cool.
I think but definitely for sure.
I'm good with that.
So Danny,
hold on 1 second, Doug. Hold on 1 second. Let me ask you this. So speaking about Philly, one thing that people don't realize, there's like no suburbs of Philly. It's a rough town, the actual city of Philadelphia. So when you think about Philadelphia, you said you want people to come from good parents. What do you do? Because in boxing, a lot of people come from like, you know, the worst of the worst, man. And boxing, how do you handle those guys that don't have any parents or any real direction but got a lot of talent?
Mm-hmm.
How do you usually handle those kind of guys?
So you broke up because I got a call. So I hate to say it to you, but I need you to repeat it.
Oh, no problem. So speaking, this is the difference I've learned from football to boxing. When you got a guy who has a rough childhood or doesn't have parents, and football, there's like an ecosystem to help him along the way. So being a promoter, if you see a guy with a lot of promise, but you're not, but how do you decide if you're going to sign him if you don't have the right people around you?
I think it boils down to him. I think it boils down to his head, and you can ask a certain series of questions to see how they adapt to it, and then their will and their hunger, right? I think we've all been in situations to where they weren't the best situations, but we knew what we had to do to get through it and get out of it, and we kept our head down and did it. So if you're talking to a kid and you give them the roadmap, and then the next day they're back doing exactly what they were, then they're not the one. But if you have that conversation with them and then the next day they're beating you to the gym, or the next day they're at the gym longer than they said, then that shows the mentality of them. There's a difference between wanting to get out and needing to get out. So when someone needs to get out, they, in my opinion, they do desperate things and do desperate measures. But when someone wants to get out, they're going to make sure that strategically they're putting in the right work and the right steps in order to do so. So in my opinion, I don't want a kid who needs to get out. I want a kid who wants to get out. He understands what his surroundings are. He knows he wants to be better, but he wants it. He doesn't need it. Because when you need it, you can go to desperate things to try to make that happen. Whereas when you want it, there's a different sort of hunger and a different sort of will that mentally you have and mentally you do throughout those steps to make sure you achieve it.
And the reason I say that is because a lot of guys that's come, especially out of the ghetto, man, a lot of guys don't even know what intestinal fortitude is, or they don't even know what it is to want it. Because I know what you mean when you say they want to or need to. What do you say? Because we got a lot of fighters now. I don't know, people don't like to be real, but you come into boxing because this is the last option for a lot of guys. I'm not talking about the blue chip guys. And I know for a lot of guys who play football, the only reason they play football is because that's the only thing they can do.
Yeah.
So what I mean when you say need or want to, I guess I was wondering, don't they need to get out? Because no one wants to stay in the hood, I would think, right?
I get it, but just because you need to get out,
Hmm.
you'll do anything to get out, right? Whereas when you want to get out, you're gonna do the right thing to get out.
Okay, I can live with that. Go ahead, Duck.
No, I got to take it back to the fights that we have. Not Canelo, excuse me, David Benavidez versus Anthony Yard. Um, I think we all have a thought process that Anthony Yard is going to gas out in that fight because he showed
Hmm.
that he don't have really the best gas tank. But how do you give him a chance in that fight against David Benavidez?
Yeah, listen, Anthony Yard hits hard, man. Like that boy hit hard.
That's a fact.
So, you know, the gas tank might not play a factor if you don't go all rounds. If you can press hard enough on that gas tank and as hard as he hits, I mean anything's possible. I mean, I think David Benavidez is always in great shape. And I think he can withstand the hit, and I think he's shown that, and he can also give it. So, I mean, I see David winning that fight. But it's one of those things that, it's always that one split second.
We done had a lot of arguments over here about turkey. Is turkey good for boxing? Right. Um, as a promoter yourself, what your thoughts? Is turkey? Do you think he's good for boxing?
Um, I think on that aspect, I try to stay away from that, honestly. Um, just because I try to worry about what we do and what nobody else is doing. And I think that some things that happen throughout the sport of boxing is actually history repeating itself. But it's different when it's different people doing it. So, I try to stay away from that and just, we don't mind working with anybody. If a fight makes sense for our fighters and if someone wants to be involved, we're okay with it. We're just not going to diminish our beliefs and our values to do so. And listen, everybody has their own business plan, everybody has their own model, and we respect that because that's what got boxing to where it is today. But is he good or bad? I think it depends on who you're asking and which way you're looking at it. Because there's a lot of people that would say he's good, and there's a lot of people that would say he's bad. But I think that's what anything that we look at in business, right? Anything in business is good for some and bad for others. So that's why I think that question, you're always going to get both answers no matter what. Because even if you're perfect, some communities are still going to say you're bad for them.
Mm.
So I think it's a little bit, it's a mixture. People are going to say he's good. People are going to say he's bad. I mean, the good thing is, I think he's putting on great fights. Um, I think he's really giving the fans what they want to see, and I think he is trying to make it somewhat affordable for the public to be able to do it. Um, so I think that is a good thing. But also, it's what he feels the public wants to see. So that's
I
it.
want to I want to ask you something, man, because I work with a few kids, man, out here in Cleveland. Man,
Hmm.
what do you think about what you're seeing and the increasing numbers of homicides in Philadelphia, where you see them going up at I think it was a 15-year rate? What do you think
Hmm.
is going on with these young guys where you seeing them unalive each other at a rate we haven't seen since I think it was 1995? What do you think about
Yeah,
that?
man, I think it's crazy. You know what I mean? I think it's very unfortunate, and shout out to Meek, Skrilla, all those guys. I know they're very, very active in Philly, trying to help with the reform project.
Hmm.
Wallow's a part of that. I mean, there's a ton of people that are part of it that's trying to change it. But I mean, I think it boils back to what we spoke about, right? What needing to get out and trying to do anything to do it versus wanting to get out and understanding the foundation of how to build it. I think that's a perfect example of how that kind of happens. You know what I mean? Because you get a bunch of kids, unfortunately, that need to get out. So it's by any means necessary, so to speak. And those means, unfortunately, lead to robbing, to jacking cars, to murder, to all those things when it's really not the right way to get out.
So speaking of that, my question to you would be, what do you tell those kids who say, you know what, you got an education, I don't have an education? What would you say to those kids that wants to be somebody but don't necessarily know the route to get there? What would you say to them?
I would tell them, reach out to, everybody thinks like some celebs are hard to get to or whatever. Just talk to someone who has experience in it. Talk to someone and have someone help you build a roadmap. I think that's what a lot of people don't try to do is, you know what I mean? Speak to someone, tell them what your goals are, tell them what you want to try to do and see if they could help you map that out so that you don't have to go down that road. But I think that's the thing, unfortunately, they can't go to people in their own household because they're doing the same things. But you got to look outside your household sometimes. Sometimes it's not the family members that's going to lead you in the right way. It's that teacher or it's that figure that's somewhat around the neighborhood that you can go to and talk to really put things in perspective to help you understand how to get out and how to build that future.
Yeah, and when you say build that future, I think the thing that I would say is sometimes when you grow up in the hood, one thing that I've noticed, because I grew up in the projects, is
Mhm.
that hopeless feeling. I don't know. I don't know if people know what that is. When you feel like there's no way that you'll ever survive what you're going through, and I think a lot of kids, unfortunately, when they feel that weight of that, they
Mhm.
almost give up. And one thing I would say, what would you say about emotional maturity? Because I seen an interview that you did where you was getting attacked, and you were like you are now, cool as a cucumber. How did you get that emotional maturity? Where did that come from?
The hood. That's where it came from. You know what I'm saying? Like let's keep it a buck. That's where it came from. I think people react different. Some people some people are reactive and some people are planned and some people are thought out. And I think that helps you see that when you're growing up in that environment. You know what I mean? Like you see how people react. You see, like, look, I've been in situations where people around me have reacted off of instinct, and I've seen it to where that reaction, they're no longer here.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So by seeing those experiences and I think being around them to where I've been able to see it with my own two eyes has also helped me understand that your reaction is not your best reaction. Sometimes you being patient, sometimes you reading a room, you understanding the scenario and taking a deep breath to just really think about what your next step is way deadlier than you just reacting. It's way deadlier because think about it, right? When a group of people go to fight,
hmm
people are always worried about the guy who what? Is quiet, not saying anything in the background, just looking at the whole scenario.
hmm
The one who's popping off, talking, going on slick, that's not the one you worry about because you know he ain't gonna do nothing.
yeah,
You know what I mean? That's
yeah,
you don't worry about that. You look right past him and you look at everybody else that he's with. So
hmm
I think that's like the whole thing is you gotta like kind of remember that, right? Because life is nothing but one big street fight. That's what it is.
yeah,
So you gotta look past all that stuff and just try to stay calm. And everyone does things to get a reaction out of you. That's what you gotta remember. So why give anybody that justification? Don't. Take a deep breath, think about it, and plan in your head what your next steps are. Nobody can rush your answer. Nobody can make you answer right away. They can't do it. So
yeah,
don't give them that. Take a second, think about your next steps, what you want to do, how you want to say it, and do it that way. Listen, I try as hard as I can to not let anybody get a reaction out of me because in my opinion, when you get a reaction out of somebody, that means you really bother them.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm not gonna give that justification.
Yeah, that's brilliant right there, man. I got one last question, and I'm gonna see if
Mhm.
my brother's got something before we get out of here. So how did you get past? Everybody has a down moment, but how did you get past your worst day of your life? How did you get past that?
Well, man, listen. For me, I think it's always been, um, I think it's always been believing in God. Like I'm not the guy who goes to church 24/7. Like I do try to go 2 to 3 times a month if I can. I got away from it for a really long time, but I think having that communication and just always understanding that everything we get and everything we lose is controlled. I don't want to say controlled, but is guided by God. everything happens for a reason, man. Like, Danny has a saying, and at first when he used to say it, I'd be like, yo, why do you say that? But as we evolved, as we got closer, now I'm the one saying it all the time, which the saying is the universe doesn't make any mistakes. Everything happens for a reason. So you might not know what that reason is right now, but eventually it's going to show why it happened. So instead of wondering why it happened or figuring out how you could alter it or change it, sometimes you just got to go with it. Sometimes you just got to go with it, and it will eventually expose itself and show you why it happened. And it's to the course. Like everything has happened that way. I mean, we've had some things happen to where we'd be like, and then we just be like, you know what? Everything happens for a reason. And then sure enough, down the road, we would be like, you know what? This is why that happened. So I just try to remember that. And, it's something that I pass on to my daughters now and let them know, like, everything happens for a reason. So don't try to look too deep into it. Just try to do the best you can with accepting it and bearing with it for at that time. But eventually, it's going to show its head as to why it happened. And then it'll all make sense.
Yeah. Hey, you got anything else, Doug, before we let Mike out of here, man?
Well, we gotta ask about this right here. We got
Here we go.
What? Hey, look, hold on, man.
We're gonna keep Brother Mike another hour.
It's all good. It's all good.
The last question. Go ahead, Doug.
You see, hey, Mike, you see how they do me?
It's all left.
They treat me like the stepchild up here, man.
No, we don't do. His nickname is.
Oh man, you out of order, man. You out of order. You out of order. You out of order.
You hear
that? Nah.
This is a sick Negro.
Tank Davis versus Jake Paul. Not a fight that I'm interested in. Not a fight that I don't give 2 cents about it. Respectfully.
Mm-hmm.
Your thoughts on it? Is it worthy of the buzz? And people are gonna tune in. They're gonna tune in, right? What's your thoughts on that? Me personally, I'm gonna give you my thoughts, and that's what I do always. Tank Davis should be fighting Shakur Stevenson. He should be fighting the Devin Haney. He should be fighting the TOs. He should be. I would love a rematch with Lamont Roach, but he's going to fight. He's fighting Jake Paul. Your thoughts on that fight? Is it worth the money that it's going to make, in your opinion?
I mean, here's my thing, right? Shout out to Nikisa. Shout out to Jake. Shout out to Rich Torres. I mean, it's what boxing wants, right? So I don't think.
Is it
this? Yeah. A lot of people want this, bro. 100%. So I feel as though, when you have someone who's as scrutinized as much as these two are, and they are, we could sit here and say, no, they are. Tank is always scrutinized. Jake's always scrutinized. Now, they might be scrutinized for different reasons, but they're still scrutinized. And they're in my opinion, they're two of the athletes that are on the top of the boxing game right now. So, yeah, it does make sense. I mean, Tank is in a place, as far as I can see, is where he doesn't know how much longer he wants to do this. And his mental capacity is what he wants to be able to take care of. And if this is what helps him get that outcome quicker, to be able to do what's right, what he feels for himself and his family, kudos to him. I think this is the smartest move he's ever done. And on the flip side for Jake, I think Jake has built a persona and has built an audience that knows he's going to deliver what the people would want to see. And I think that's what he's doing. I think he's delivering what people want to see. We could listen. You want to know what the best publicity they say is? Anything that makes the people talk, regardless if it's good, bad, or indifferent. And from the time they've announced this fight, all people have done is talk. So he's doing his job. He's making it the biggest thing, regardless if you feel it's great, you feel it's horrible, or you don't feel either one which way about it. He's serving the purpose. Everyone's talking about it. So he did his job already. He ain't got to step in the ring. He did it. Everyone, every podcast, every news station, every athlete, every entertainer, this is the topic of conversation. So once again, he's proven that he sells. So that's exactly why every single person is knocking on his door to try to fight him next. Because you can say whatever you want about him, he delivers. He delivers. When
My
he does a fight, people are talking, and that's what you want as a boxer, right? So that's why people are lining up to fight him next. Is because they're saying, "Oh wait, I want a little bit of that." He knows how to promote himself. There's nothing wrong with that.
my problem ain't Jake Paul. My problem is Tank Davis. And the
Why?
reason I'm
Why?
gonna tell I'm gonna let you know why.
Yeah.
Because if Tank would have fought Devin and Shakur, I think those are much more realistic competitive fights.
Mm-hmm.
And in those two fights, I think he may not. I don't know how much the man making. Whatever they make, I can't be mad at a brother for making his money. But I think those two fights would be, or would gain him somewhere around what he's looking to make in this fight. That's my
All right,
opinion.
so let me ask you this question. And listen, that's a very valid point. So let me ask you this question. All right. So we say 2 more fights, right? So those 2 more fights, he'd be boxing for how much longer?
A year?
Year and a half.
So he has to go through 2 training camps, 2 media days, 2 weigh-ins, 2 of everything. Whereas he's able after this fight to make his decision based upon solely how his mental condition is and how he feels about the sport of boxing taking a toll on his personal life and his family life. Kudos to him. I think he made the right decision. He's controlling his destiny. And I get it. Don't get me wrong. Those are 2 fights I think, hell, I'd love to see. But at the end of the day, I think the thing that we forget, right, and the thing that we don't think about and we don't mention is at what sacrifice. Those 2 fights, what is he going to be truly sacrificing? No one cares. No one's asking that question. No one's caring what mental capacity he's going to be sacrificing to do those 2 fights.
I say this all the time. I'm a selfish fan. Very selfish.
Well, I feel you, but that I feel you. You know what I'm saying? But like,
I
for
understand where
me,
you're going.
that's where I look at it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta also think. You gotta remember, at the end of the day, every single boxer is a person. Every single boxer has a family. They hurt. You know what I mean? They hurt. They have mental issues. It's a lonely and dark place sometimes. So we can't be judgmental of these guys that literally step in the ring and put their
Put their
lives on
life
the
on the
line
line.
day in and day out.
Put their
That's
life
not
on.
right. That's not right. Because at the end of the day, he's got to go home to his kids, look them in the face, and see how he feels about it. Nobody else.
I'm
So
glad you
if
said it.
if he could knock it off in one fight, God bless him, brother.
Hold on, real quick. It's echo.
Oh, go ahead, Coach. Go ahead, Coach.
I said I'm glad you said it, Mike, because people don't understand. Just like they can be a selfish fan, the fighter need to be a selfish fighter. If you ask any top level fighter at any point in time, if you could make 60 million in a night, why would you take 3 fights to make the same 60 million?
Yep.
They'll look at you and say you crazy. If you didn't manage, they'll fire you. They ain't thinking about what you think about. They trying to get paid and move on.
Yeah, I mean, look, that's the issue that I think we have to, address. Because, like I said, at the end of the day, everybody's human, man, and you can't. And I'm speaking from my personal belief. Like, I don't believe in that. Like, nah, like, yo, I've seen what these camps can do to people and what they could do to their families. Not everybody sees that. So as a fan, and I say this respectfully, you gotta
No, you fell on the steps. He'll be right back.
Is it me?
Sorry
Nah,
about
he
that.
just had a phone
That I
call.
got a
When the
call. I'm back.
screen go,
Yeah, you
when
got
that
a call.
Sorry
screen
about
go
that. I
out,
got a call. So
My bad.
yeah, when it go
so
black like that, it's a
that's
phone
all
call
good.
coming in. It's
So
all good.
that's my whole thing is like, I think as a fan, we have to learn to understand and respect that these guys are just like us. They just have a little bit better ability when it comes to boxing, but they're still human. They still have feelings. They still have families that are involved. Yeah, those are all real things. I think sometimes we get the perception of these athletes and our entertainers and everything are like superheroes. They're superhuman. They're not. They're real people. They're real people. They just have a special talent that allows them to seem like they're superheroes. You know what I mean? But like, listen, even Superman had a kryptonite. So that's how you got to look at it. So nah, I don't think you can do that. I don't think it's right, and that's what I think people got to really consider when they're talking about, oh well, I think this is a gimmick, or oh, I think he should do this. I get it. That's what you feel he should do or you think he should do, but you're not in his shoes. You don't go home to his family. You don't know what happens when those doors are closed. You don't know what happens when his kids come around. You know what I mean? Like, that's important. You know, like they say, oh, the perfect example, right? If you're not a boxer, you're just a regular dad, right? But you can only make 1 out of 10 of your kids' boxing or your kids' basketball games. What do you usually hear? Oh, he's no good. He's not supporting his kids. But it's okay when a boxer has to sacrifice, or an athlete or an entertainer has to sacrifice, and they can only make 1 game out of 10. Then it's okay. Why? They're still a dad, aren't they? They're still a mom, aren't they? So
Yeah, that's a
sometimes
good point.
sometimes that plays a toll on them to have to miss all those things. So if they could speed up the process to then be more involved, I'm not mad at them, man, at all, at all. And I think that's where he's at. I think he wants to speed up some of his process to be able to really enjoy his kids and really listen. If you guys listen to the interview he did when he was going to fight Lamont Roach, he said he wanted to get help and he wanted to get his mental right. But do you remember why he said he didn't do it yet?
It'll mess him up.
He said he'll never want to fight again
Right.
because he knows that's the twitch that keeps him going right now. So think about that. As a society, we're okay with him having that twitch as long as he entertains us. Come on, man. That's not right. That's not right. Because he's a person at the end of the day.
That's an amazing. Hey, it's your perspective. That's why we asking the questions around here. That's an amazing perspective. I never thought of it that way. Never thought of it. And like I say, I'm a selfish individual.
Yeah.
Boxing. Hey, I love boxing. You know what I'm saying? Last question for you, and this is truly my last question. Truly. Alicia Baumgartner. She's gonna be fighting Leah, and I'm gonna mess the lady. I say disrespect. I'm gonna mess her last name up. Bourdain, I believe it's Bourdain, something like that.
Yeah.
A 3-round, and it's gonna be 3 minutes.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? A 3-minute fight or a 3-minute round. Excuse me. I believe 10 rounds. Hell, she dropped the WBC belt to make this fight happen.
She did.
I love the bomb. I think she got gas tank issues herself, but at the same time, what do you think about this fight? And the 3-minute rounds for ladies. What's your thoughts on all of that?
I think it's great. I think it's great for women's boxing. I think shout out to Alicia, shout out to Keith Connolly. I think she did something that's amazing. I think she didn't let a belt or something stop her from being great. She had a goal. She wants to achieve something, and she's willing to sacrifice to be great. And that's what part of being great is. It's making sacrifices. So kudos to her. I mean, I think that's phenomenal. You know, her showing that her changing the record books and her taking a step in a direction for women's boxing is more important to her than a belt. So I give all kudos to her for that. I think it's great. I think it's phenomenal. And I'm excited for her. And I can't wait to see the fight.
Coach, we gotta have you back on here.
You rough, Mike. I say that, Mike. You rough, man. You want Alicia to get her face messed up. You rough, man.
No. Still, she ain't gonna have her face messed up. You know what I'm saying?
No. Mike, you know, like I know, when I went to a couple fights, these fighters wear their scars on their face, man. People don't realize that, man. And like when I seen Andre Berto, I couldn't believe that you know he had that stuff on his face and still fighting. So I think this is horrible for women's boxing, man. I could be wrong, but I don't want to see the women all nicked up like the men get all.
Why you think it? Why you think it's horrible?
Why do you think it's horrible?
I think it's a great idea.
So somebody get beat to death. Then what we gonna say, Mike?
Then they should have been boxing.
You act like it's a female fighting a male.
It don't matter. I mean, somebody could get knocked out and not wake up.
But that's the same thing can happen in 2-minute rounds. What do you mean? It
You
don't
know we
take 2
value
minutes for
women
it to
more.
happen. It could
We
take
value
10,
women
20
more than we
seconds.
do men. I get what you're saying, but I could just see it now. A woman laid out in the middle of the ring, sleep, knocked out, beat to death. Man, that'd be horrible for boxing. That'd be a horrible look for us, man. They'll hurt us, man.
We've seen that. We've already seen it.
You remember that
Well,
teacher came out and she stood in the corner. That girl walked over there and knocked her head off. Who did that?
I
And
don't
that
think
woman had
the
she had no
3-minute
business
rounds
fighting.
is gonna hurt the sport of women's boxing. It's just
No,
me
not
personally.
at
I
all.
don't think it.
You don't think the best woman in female and women's boxing, Alicia Baumgartner, getting beat to death wouldn't hurt the
But
sport?
she's not the best.
That's not what I said. That's not what I said. What I said is I don't think the 3-minute rounds is gonna hurt.
No, she's not. No, she's not. No, she's not.
Clarissa Shields is definitely the best.
No, she's not. No, she's not. No, she's not.
You out of order, man.
Hold on. We talking about the GOAT, Alicia
Here we go with the
Baumgartner.
nonsense. Here we go
Hold
with the
on,
nonsense.
Mike. You gotta forgive my man Skillet, man. We talking about Alicia Baumgartner here, the former undisputed champion. On that note,
hold on, no, Mike. Hold on, no. We don't.
No. You can't leave on that note, bro.
No, we're not gonna leave on that.
You can't turn down that road and then try to park the car, brother. You can't do that.
Mike,
we definitely not leaving on that.
Do that.
Who the best female boxer in the world right now?
It's Clarissa, brother. I mean, and that's no disrespect to Alicia. What Alicia's done is how? How?
This is crazy.
How?
Alicia Baumgartner came from nothing, man. Come on.
Let me ask you a question. It's a real simple question. I just need an answer.
Mm-hmm.
Are both of them undefeated?
No.
One isn't undefeated.
Who has a loss?
We playing that game? We playing that game, Mike?
Alicia.
We playing that game?
Hold on. Answer the question, man. Answer the question.
Hold on. That's a trap.
No, it's not. I'm asking if you don't want to answer the question, then that means you already know. So you ain't got to answer it for me no more.
The thing is, because Alicia got people to fight, she lost the fight. That's all it is. She got people to fight. She lost the fight.
So Clarissa hasn't fought the best of the best in her division, went up, went down, went all the way around, fought them all, and beat them all?
Mike, got a question.
Three times undisputed.
Hold on, Doug. Mike, didn't Ali have 5 losses? Didn't Ali have 5 losses?
What they got to do with it?
He did.
What we talking about? Man?
But we're not talking about Ali. We're talking about Alicia versus Clarissa right now. As far as who's the GOAT.
Moving the goalposts.
Absolutely not.
Who beat Alicia Baumgartner?
Oh, I know who beat her. Christina from Greece.
BVO didn't even know. So that ends that conversation. We know everybody that Man, we know everybody that beat Muhammad Ali. Don't you ever make that boy. Ali, boy, don't you ever make that comparison. We know everybody that beat Ali, and we can say their name. You can't even say their name without looking at box rec. Goodbye.
And listen,
not on box rec at all.
But listen, here's the thing, right? And that's why I said in the very beginning, this is not knocking Alicia at all. Alicia is up there with the greats. Clarissa is just the number one. She's number one right now, brother. Any way you want to deny it, you can't deny it.
I say Ann Wolf. I say Ann Wolf, brother. I say Ann Wolf. I'm sorry, brother. I say Ann Wolf.
Ann Wolf ain't even fighting no more.
You said the quote. We said the quote. He said the
quote.
Hold on, Doug. You can't let Mike do this. He a slick talking dude, nice guy.
Hold on. We got feedback.
Hold on 1 second. Mike, I see what you did, Mike. Nice talking, nice slick talking dude. Came in here, moved the goal. You put the goalpost in your pocket, went upstairs. At the end of the day, Alicia Baumgartner is undisputed, and she fought people.
Clarissa Shields is 3 times undisputed.
Versus who?
Versus who? Are you serious? Versus who?
Nah, he's not. He's trying to embarrass us in front of brother Mike.
No. Mike, what's her best win, Mike?
BVO. The words of BVO do not stand on nothing.
Nothing prize fighter says.
That ain't got nothing to do with us. That ain't got nothing to do with us.
If you see me, you're going to see prize fighter, man. This is BVO Sports. You saw these brothers switch up, man. You got to watch it, man. On that note, man, we'll see you, Mike.
Oh, my God.
Mike.
You see how he's running? You see how he's running right now?
Running real fast. Like he got his track shoes on. I got one
last question before you let Mike go. And this is a BVO and Mike question. I think, in my personal opinion,
Y'all can say what y'all want to say. I think Quincy Williams is the best young talent on that whole roster, and he got a roster full of good talent.
I
When
agree
is
with you.
Mike and BVO gonna get together and have Quincy Williams on here? Because
Listen,
Quincy,
and he's an animal, man.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, that boy, and I say it, and I'll say it right now. You can put this on Twitter, you can put this on Instagram, you can put this on BoxRec, you can put this wherever you want. You put this on Ring, you put it anywhere. I'll put Quincy up against anybody at 147. Anybody. That's how much confidence I have in that young man.
He beat Devin.
he talking about right now.
He's talking about right now.
Listen, Quincy, he's different. He's different. His boxing IQ is through the roof. He's a decorated amateur. He understands how to box. He has power. Like his last fight, everybody was like, "Oh, this guy's 13-1, 11 knockouts, blah 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 blah." And I said to Q, just go in there, do what you do. I says, and we'll talk after the fight. I missed the fight. I was like, what the fuck? I went in back, came back out. Fight was over. I was like, hold on. But that's a notch to Q, and I think that Quincy is only going to get better and better and better. He's only going to fight better talent.
Yeah,
I think he's been doing this from the rip. I mean, we put him, not this fight, his last fight he fought on an MVP card. He went in there with a guy that they said, oh, nobody gets him out. This guy's gonna give him rounds. He knocked him out in the 4th round.
Beat him dead. Yeah, he beat him dead.
That was Rodriguez?
No, Rodriguez was the last dude. That was dude, he was 6-6, and it was funny because he had just fought right before that. The guy fought Damian Tamarelli, if I'm not mistaken, and went the distance.
Yeah, he did.
And everybody was like, he's gonna take Q the distance.
Per what's the nigga name, man? It's per something. Perdomo I can't remember the nigga name. I remember the fight though.
I'll say this though. I think Q is gonna be good. My only thing is they got Godzilla at 140. And that's the only thing I'm worried about for him, man. You know who I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about.
I'm not worried about him. I'm not. You haven't seen what I've seen. Quincy, listen, Quincy's gotten in there and Quincy spars with Danny. Like Quincy's different. Quincy's different. And yeah, you're talking about Jose Perdomo. But Quincy's different.
What's his name? Perdomo.
Yeah, Quincy, Jose Perdomo. Okay. Quincy's different, man. That kid is special. That kid, he has the it factor. Like even when he was, what was he? He was 4-0. No, he was 3-0. Mm-hmm. He was 3-0, and a guy by the name of Daniel Lima was talking I could stop him, blah 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 blah. And at the time, Daniel Lima was 11-2.
He was.
And I asked Q. I said, Q, what you want to do? He said, what do you mean? Bring him on. I said, no problem. So we made the fight, and he got him out of there in the 2nd round, knocked him out. And I don't want to say it was easy because I never want to disrespect the opponent, but Quincy has a way of making talented fighters look easy.
What? Hold on. Wait.
I think he'll be at 54 by the time Emiliano get there, though. He'll probably be at 54.
Wait, did he fight?
No, Quincy will be 147. Quincy will be 147.
You don't think he'll fill that frame out no more?
No, not for a little bit. He'll make 147 for a little bit, and he'll be there for a while.
Hey man, hold on, Mike.
I'm just worried about Emiliano Vargas when he get there.
Does he put hands on Jalil Hackett?
Him and Jalil is my man. Don't even go there. Jalil fight 154. Don't even go there.
They see how they be trying to start stuff, man. Y'all boys.
I know what you're trying to do right now. Let's not even go there. And by the way, they tight. They came up with each other. Let's not go there. Let's not go there.
I gotta ask the questions. Wait a minute. We gotta ask the questions around here.
I've been with Quincy since he was 6. Mm-hmm. Quincy, Peanut, Jalil. Yeah, I took them to the Nationals when they all 3 of them won their first National on the same night. But Quincy, that goods. Quincy is a welterweight. Jalil is super welterweight. And one thing I tell you, knowing Quincy and what Jalil said about these young dogs,
they'll never fight each other.
Man, you got to be crazy. Them 2 dudes is wild. They retarded. If it's a They'll be cussing you out, Mike. Quincy be saying, Mike, they offer how much? And you say our friendship, Jalil will be like, bro, if you stand in the way and get this money. Yeah, they Southeast kids, bro. Let me say it like that. Both of them is DC Southeast kids. They get in the bag. The bag is everything for them because they ain't never had nothing. Quincy ain't had nothing. These kids grew up with nothing. So if you talking about millions, yeah, but if it's peanuts, they not doing it.
Listen,
No.
world championship fight is a totally different fight.
When we look at these fighters today and we listen to Shakur, right? Shakur, one of the greats out there, in my personal opinion. I think the man got amazing boxing skills. But everybody his brother, right? He said he'll go up and fight Tio, but he'll drop the belt for Keyshawn to get the belt, and because Keyshawn is his brother. How long are we gonna be brothers in this thing? If you my brother, as Mike Tyson would say, shout out to Mike Tyson, we got the same birthday. If you my brother, you gonna make some money with me.
Mike, tell him to stop saying that. He sounds crazy. Tell him to stop saying that.
Keyshawn control that brotherly love. Anytime the little brother get tired of being a junior and he want to ascend to the top, they lions. Only one lion can fuck the pride. Everybody can. So when he get tired of sitting there watching his brother make legacy babies, then he gonna say, we either gonna fight or we gonna separate. That's just the only way it can be done. They can't keep doing this. My brother's keeper. They not the Hardy Boys. They not none of them brothers. They not the Steiner brothers. They not none of that. And even with the best brothers that I like who are currently fighting, the Charlo brothers at some point, and they twins went to 2 different weight classes because you cannot have 2 kings sitting on one throne.
Unless you the Klitschko's.
They weren't sitting on the man every
They had
every
all the belts. They had all the belts.
Every time Vitaly got his ass whooped, Vlad had to go fix it.
No, it was the other way around.
It was the other way around.
Okay,
man.
my bad.
Because Vitaly stayed getting his ass whooped.
No, Vladimir did. Vitaly only lost to Chris Bird and Lennox.
But on that note, man, I definitely can't wait to see Q. I know for a fact him and Jalil wouldn't fight because one thing people don't know, man, that'd be a dog fight. You don't want. I don't want to see.
Brother Bernard just told you. Brother Bernard just told you they'll fight each other.
Then 2 different weight classes.
Yeah, but it's gotta be for a world title.
It gotta make sense. It gotta make sense.
Yeah.
All I know is this, brother Mike. There's a Godzilla at 140, man. Y'all stay away from that guy. We're gonna be all right, man.
Man, listen to me. I think you might not have heard me when I said, just to clarify, for in case you didn't hear me, I put that boy, that man against anybody.
Hey Mike, we got Jalil standing here. Hey Jalil, you and Quincy like brothers. Y'all niggas been in the trenches since y'all was 6. Do you think if Mike and Danny had a chance to put a fight together where y'all both taking home $3 to $5 million, that either one of y'all saying this fight ain't happening? Once again. What I take that? I told you they come from a different club, bro. That's why I had to say you got to get Quincy on here. When you talk about Quincy a dog. He's a dog. They cut from a different fabric, bro.
How old is that young bull, brother Mike? How old is that young bull?
He's 22.
I thought
he's 22.
So. Yeah, okay.
Because you know the thing I like about it, Mike. I love the young fighters. Like tomorrow we got Chad Pitts coming on, and I hear he's a gold mine. Because one thing I'm learning, we got to get these guys when they're young, when they're already champion. They ain't trying to talk when they champion if we didn't get them at the bottom. So that's why we're trying to meet them early, man. So I definitely hit you up, man. Hopefully you answer the phone for the black man, and we keep building, man. I appreciate 100%. You, man.
100%. Anytime, brother. I appreciate it. Even the light skinned brothers and the dark skinned brothers. You know what I'm saying? All of them.
Yeah, for sure.
We always like to do this around here, Mike. As my brother Rick Tins would tell me, hold on, let me. Hey, we throw the real peace sign around here, man. Hey. We throw the real peace sign. Shout out to my brother, man. Hey, salute.
Nigga ran one book while he was drunk. Now he throwing up the peace sign.
You see how it's crazy? Now all of a sudden you want to come on camera. Now you want to come on camera. Everybody has their camera blocked. I was the only one on camera the whole time. Now everybody want to come on camera.
I was on camera before, and they told me I look so ugly. They said, "Hey, you need to get your ass off the camera." Then
Ain't nobody told that country nigga that. Ain't nobody told that. He was over there eating that sauce meat. You don't know about that. He had that hog head cheese over there. That's what it was, man. But on that note, we'll see you soon, Mike.
Appreciate you guys,
salute to you, my brother. Salute to you.
Peace,
Appreciate you.
That was a good interview. Shout out to my man, brother Bernard, man.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, but I tell you guys,
hold on, brother Bernard, we got to get your mic together, man. Your mic is so far out of order.
He moving around. He'll be all right. He moving around. He gonna get it together. But shout out to my man Thomas Hill, man. But I say this, people don't understand this, man. Q is really, really good. He's really good. I think, in my humble opinion, I think he'll be a champion one day. I know they talk a lot about David Garcia, but I think Q is the guy over at Danny Swift Promotions. That's going to be the guy. People might not agree with me on it, but him, Chad Pitts, them are some young dudes that's coming up. That's like, oh yeah,
really good boxers. Really good boxers.
You know yeah. They just need the opportunity, man. I'm being honest, a lot of these guys need the opportunity, man. That's what it really comes down to. It's not even nothing else but dudes got to get an opportunity. Too many times in boxing, man, not everybody gets the same opportunities, man. I remember there was a time when Devin was looking for a belt and Bob Arum said, "You signed with the wrong promoter." That's the corniest thing I ever heard in my life. You remember that, Dub? Well, he told Devin, "You signed with the wrong promoter."
That's when Lomachenko was ducking. That's when he was ducking. Respectfully.
He said Lomachenko was ducking.
I
never heard. He never was ducking.
Man, Lomachenko ducked the shit out of Devin.
He surrendered his WBC belt. I wish he was with us earlier, Dub, because it was some crazy talk going on earlier. But he definitely surrendered his belt.
Well, BVO gonna be out of order anyway, so we understand that's gonna happen.
Hold on, I'm the most in order. They call me Mr. In Order.
Who do that? Who called you that?
I mean, everybody called me in the chat, Mr.
I ain't never seen it. We still waiting for you to dance around the sombrero like you told us you was gonna do.
T Hill, what's going on, baby boy?
Hey, I'm wondering why my man Dub, Mr. Respectfully, got his sunglasses on that night.
I have to do it because when I get on and I'm in
the sunshades on.
The computer screen, I look at it so much, my eyes start to water and hurt and all that kind of shit. So I throw my shades on. Man.
He wear his sunglasses at night. So
I'm like that too, Dub. I wear my dark shades everywhere. I don't care what they say.
All right, you got me. You got what you want me to do. Look, my eyes watering right now. From the damn screen, man. What you mean?
All I can say
because you hit that crime line, baby. Did you hit the chronic situations?
I ain't hit nothing yet.
Not yet, though. You said not yet.
We about to hit something in a second, though. And respectfully, I plead the fifth.
Definitely respectful.
All I can say, Tommy, man. Where you from, man? Where you from, cuz? That's all I can say.
You from Oakland, man.
I'm from Oakland, Token.
But I'll say that.
What you gonna say? You gonna say what?
I'll say this. The cool thing about it is, man, I appreciate Mike coming through, man. Means a lot to get to talk to a young brother, man, who's really doing some special things because it's not easy to be a promoter. And one thing people don't understand, whenever you start a business and you got on your own, it's always easy to work a job. So shout out to him for not only creating his own lane, doing his own promotion, as well as getting his own TV partner, man. That's what I'm talking about, man. Like when I bought up the Zone, what he said, what was the Zone 10 years ago? And I like to see more and more guys saying, you know what, why can't we do it ourselves? Because that's what we used to do. That's where we came from. People forget when you have Malcolm X and Dr. King traveling around the world, that was with plumbers. That was with carpenters. That was with painters. These were blue collar workers that paid for these things. And shout out to Mike for keeping on that tradition of working together, black and brown, and building something special, man.
Because, not to mention, we had mad fun at that card as well.
And on top of that, this was at the Barclays Center. This wasn't no ballroom.
Yeah, it was lit.
This wasn't no place where you can get a $5 plate at the end from Earl and Sheila. We ain't get no wings from Earl and Sheila at the bottom at the church basement afterwards. This was big time fight in the middle of downtown Brooklyn. So I mean, I'm gonna definitely give him support for that, man. Go ahead.
Every fight I go to, I be trying to get me. Hey, I'm trying to catch me a chicken Philly with some wings, man. Every fight.
Yeah, it's just nice, man, because I'm telling you, man, what he's doing, it don't get enough coverage, man. But him and Danny are betting on themselves, dog. And we always talk about what people don't do, but we never take the time. We say, you know what, I'm proud of them, man, for what they're doing. And I think that's gonna make them both super rich, man. The fact that they're not scared to put their own money up, because everybody else want to ride coattails and surfboard. But it take a real man to say, I'm gonna put my money up. You know, and I'm gonna say this. I remember my grandfather used to say this all the time. The best thing I got in my life is a handshake. If my handshake don't go nowhere, then I don't go nowhere. And to see two brothers shake hands and say, you know, we're gonna go around the world. That's what I'm talking about. Not this stupid, messy, goofball stuff. We're talking about building real wealth. Promoter? You guys don't realize how good Quint. This is the thing I'm saying. He got a blue chip prospect already. Once he's that guy. He's that guy. Do he got some things to work on? I'm sure he does. But for them to be so young in their promotion, they got David Garcia, who's 16, monster coming up. And they got Q. That's the stuff I'm talking about. We don't highlight this. It be so many haters that want to talk about Al Heyman, talk about Eddie Hearn. I'm gonna make sure I talk more about Mike and Danny, because that's a hell of a job, man. That's a hell of a job, man. For them guys that had their own promotion company, yo, it gets no better than that. And shout out to Philly, man. Shout out to Philly, because one thing people don't say. Hold on, let me finish.
Nah, you are
one thing.
Hold
on, let me finish.
Now you starting a lot.
Hold on, let me finish. And the thing we gotta say is this. This thing we gotta say is this. When you see guys come together, man, we gotta celebrate it, because they say all the time, and Prize is from Philly, he know it. They say niggas don't work together. They ain't worked together since the 60s. You hear it all the time in Philly. But guess what? It's still the city of brotherly love, and they still doing big things in Philly.
I pulled up the other night, and you what y'all call it? Duckadelphia now. That's what you was calling.
That ain't no y'all. That's him.
That's where
Boots is from.
Hold on, man.
That's where Boots is from.
Hold on, man. Hold on.
Go ahead.
You sit here talking about shout out to Philly, but you was calling it Duckadelphia 2 days ago.
The brother came and changed his mind, Dub.
See how they do you? And then I'm out of order for calling.
I'm looking at this. I'm looking at this roster that Swift Promotion had. They got some decent kids, man, or not kids, but some young boys.
No, Pride, don't save them now. Don't save them.
I like Stanley Johnson. I like Stanley Johnson, that big cruiserweight.
Yeah, he can fight.
And that Dominique Crowder guy, he's all right too. That bantamweight.
Dominique, if he could get somebody to show him how to do defense, he'll be good. He a little too offensive.
They got Keith Cologne, 7-0.
Hey, Keith Cologne, the real deal for sure.
Yeah, I like Keith.
That's tsunami right there.
It's time for him. It's time for him to move up in competition, though.
Oh, it's gonna be always a time for people to move up.
7-0.
The man only got 7 fights right now. I mean,
the word is he gonna do more after he graduates school. So he about to graduate school. I believe
he said he's gonna turn it up next year too. When I seen him in Brooklyn, he said he was gonna turn it up next year too.
Yeah, so I think what he's doing is great. And you know what, when we joking around with Boots, man, one thing I will say, I know Dub is joking around. We all joking around, but Philadelphia is a great place, and I'm just glad to see guys working together, man.
I'm just glad that we got the notorious BVO up in here. So I'm gonna hold you to them words you just spoke, man. We're gonna speak positivity onto situations, baby boy. So I like that, man. So let us
we gotta show love, man. We gotta show love, man. We gotta show love with love.
So it starts with showtime and it ends up with more time. So we're gonna keep doing it more times than not. I like that. Shout out to my main man, Sleepy Hollow, aka Mr. Respectfully, aka Dubby Dub, aka you're rocking on the right side. Shout out to my main man, Prize Fighter, aka you don't want to F with me, aka shit. Don't let me make that.
I built Philly, aka I built Philly.
And shout out to Cleveland's own, Cleveland's very own, the notorious BVO. Sports TV from that Sports Talk Network with the lightning bolt sign. He in there, dog. He doing big things. You know what I'm saying? W-Dub is doing big things. Juan Claudio, big things. B3, big things. D3, big things. Prize Fighter, big things. Hey, the people in the chat, big things. We got haters up in there that be doing big things. We got people out there pulling cards. We got people out there pulling pickles. We got people out there pulling all kinds of bullshit. And on that note, man, I'm going to get back at the job, dog. I got to get back to the plantation. Oh, and shout out to the face card extraordinaire, Angie, baby, out there doing a fantastic job out there, making sure everything gets moderated the way that it should be. And we out, man. I'm out. I'm back on the grind.
We see you soon, man. Shoot to my brother Thomas Hill.
Can I give you real quick?
Wait. I forgot about Tommy Dillamov. Shout out TD Sports. Really doing big things, man. Putting people in contact with move makers and money shakers, man. You know, appreciate you too, baby. Shout out Bentley, the higher standard. And I'm out now.
Oh yeah, man. Shout out to Tank's guy, man, Thomas Hill, aka Pickle Man. But what's going on? What's going on, Dub? How you feeling, Dub?
Hey, look. I got Crush. I got Angie, baby. You know what I'm saying? I got them in the chat right now. When I'm pulling up to Philly, when I pull up, my brother Prize said, "Hey, I got you, bro. I got you." And so we go in the Crush spot first. Then I think Angie, baby, I believe she in New York. She in
Brooklyn, I think she said.
So we going Crush. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get me a good a Philly. You know what I'm saying? A cheese steak. Gotta get it. We going to Max probably. I believe that's what my brother said. That's what we doing. Then we headed to Brooklyn. I gotta get my brother BC in there. Shout out to Brian Corbett. And I gotta meet my sister Angie, baby. And I gotta get me a chopped cheese, man. TD, show up for the chopped cheese, my brother. Show up for the chopped cheese, respectfully.
Yeah, TD Sports is he plantain.
Hey, I forgot my man, Crush, the Mickey Freaky legend, man. Shout out to the greatest man alive, aka the master of ceremony, aka the grumpy OG, aka you don't want him to get up all up in that because that boy will. Hey, and I'm out down.
Yeah. That brother's audio was crazy, but shout out to my man Ernest. I see my man Ernest doing some big things with the new podcast, man. I'm definitely going to
shout out Ernest.
And you know what? I appreciate seeing people actually, doing their thing, man, because Ernest is one of the funniest dudes on YouTube, man. He actually is the leader of the Pickle Puller Club. Wow. So if you ever want to learn about pickle pulling, that's the guy.
BVO, you got to meet me in the city, man.
I'm actually gonna go to Philly, I believe, in March, man. So we gotta.
I'm gonna be going before. I'm going before Thanksgiving. I'm going.
Are you going before Thanksgiving?
This weekend, I'm gonna be in Jacksonville for the Georgia-Florida game, and then I'm working on the weekend after that, trying to get to Philly, man.
Okay, yeah. Depending on how everything go, man, we might be playing something because I got some vacation. I gotta take before the end of the year. But Philly's a beautiful place, man. When we having fun, man, people gotta remember we just having fun, man. But Philly's a great place, man. Shout out to Jewtown. One of the coolest things about Philadelphia is the people, man. Shout out to the people, man. They got a huge Muslim community, man. And I think what they've done in Philadelphia is second to none. You talk about black business, man. It's exciting when you talk about Philly in that aspect. But I'm gonna say this, man. Definitely shout out to Mike. And the reason I'm giving some praise to Mike is because I think people understand it's always hard to go on your own. It's always hard to go on your own. When I wanted to do BVO, people was like, why you want to do it, man? Because I believe we can be the big guy. When I used to watch Dante's Boxing Nation, shout out to him. I should say, man, I want to do that. When I came up on the Just Do show, I said, man, I don't want to always be Ed McMahon. I want my own thing. So shout out to Just for giving me a shot, man, because I used to be Ed McMahon on the couch. So it's always a blessing, man. Shout out to everybody that's supporting the Sports Talk Network.
I got to tell you this, man. The things that you're doing and the way, and a lot of people don't know this. BVO, man, as far as Sports Talk Network goes, you brought us together. You know what I'm saying? And the way you done brought us together, man, is such a pleasure to be able to rock with you, get to know the brothers. Man, you're doing a hell of a job, man. So I always say, man, I got an obligation. I got an obligation to pull up over here. And I say it's an obligation for me because, man, you done help me, and you always. I ain't the superstar of a motherfucking thing. I just show up and nigga, I talk. You know what I'm saying? And it's really
Ernest is crazy.
Really you, bro. It's really you. And shout out to BVO, man.
Shout out Big Dog Willie.
I appreciate the love. Go ahead, my bad. Go ahead.
No, it's okay. My fault. Shout out Big Dog Willie with the $2 super chat. He said Durant or Tank. Tank fought better competition.
You know what? Shout out to my man, Big Dog Willie, man.
And Ernest.
Hold on,
and
wait
Ernest.
Out of order. Tank ain't fought no damn better competition than the brother. Man, are y'all crazy?
But shout out to my man Ernest before becoming the first man to become pregnant, man. Shout out to Ernest, man.
Brother Ernest said BVO equals bogus vaginal odors. That is crazy.
God.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, like I said, shout out to Ernest for becoming the first man to be pregnant, man.
Wow.
You know, that's a feat that not most men would ever want to do, but he did it. But all jokes aside, man, I'm just excited about what's going on. As my grandma used to say, I'm excited about what God's doing, man. So
yeah,
having Mike up here, man, people don't understand. Like it's
a blessing.
Exciting. That's a dude that's doing it big, man. We talking about this brother rented out and had a show at the Barclays, man.
BVO, God is living through you right now, bro.
And I appreciate that. She said I'm screaming right now. Hey, but I will say this. All jokes aside, man, follow Ernest, man. I think he's one of the first guys that you can ever meet that, you know, that's still shooting steroids like it's the 80s, man. So definitely check him out. He's definitely wearing, you know, shirts too small, all that. He doing his thing, man. So salute to him, man. But I'm excited, man.
Angel baby, when I get to the north side, of this continent, when I get there, just show up and show out, man. All I want is a chopped cheese and for you to show up and say, "What up, Dub?" That's all I want. And Pride's gonna be right there beside me.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, all I'm gonna say is this. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on.
Well,
I got $40.
I'm good.
All right.
What the hell?
What was that?
What's the $40 for?
That's crazy.
You out of order, man. You out of order.
You said y'all gotta watch BBO.
He got
He like to bite. He like to.
That's crazy.
But you know what's funny, man? You know what's funny? I can go all day with this guy, but I usually don't argue with guys, man, you know, who wear wigs, man. So shout out to my man, Ernest, man. And on that note, man, you going live tonight?
Wow.
You going live tonight, Doug?
Hold on, did you say wig?
That's crazy.
Did you say wigs?
Yeah.
Wigs.
Yeah.
Nigga, I had a 2-hour show already. Nigga, I gotta do
He just did football.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that. My bad.
I have on Mondays and Tuesdays. I have a show that starts at 8:30.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, my bad. I didn't
you
know.
You do know this. What are you talking?
I didn't know it was on Tuesdays. My bad. I thought it was
No, the Tuesday show is the Nigga Can I Talk show with my brother Lou. Mondays is me and my brother Q. And me and Q, we're gonna be in Jacksonville. We're gonna be showing out this weekend. I can't wait for it. You know, hey, the world's largest cocktail party will be down there, showing up and showing out. And yeah, that's how we rock. Hey. Wednesday, but this week I will tell you, Wednesday and Thursday I'll be live both of those days because I ain't gonna be able to be live this weekend or Friday. I'm leaving Friday, so I ain't gonna do none of that. So Wednesday and Thursday I will be live as well.
Yeah. He said I'm gonna fire this big black skin up. Shout out to my man Ernest, man. Hey, because you know one thing about Ernest, man, he an EPT nigga, but he a good dude. Shout out to the EPT boys, man. Shout out to my man Ernest. Man.
You didn't say the man on food stamps.
Yeah, no. He an EPT boy, man. You know,
What's that? What's that?
Say it again?
I thought EPT was food stamps.
I thought you said EP or B as in boy.
Well, you know, Prize is rich. You don't understand what EPT is.
No, I know what EBT is. I don't know what EPT is.
No, he don't snap. They call it snap now. My bad. He don't snap.
Okay, I got you.
You know, because prize is rich.
Hold on, is SNAP food stamps?
I believe so. We gotta ask Ernest.
Some kind of substance.
Ernest, are you on food stamps or you just get wet?
That's crazy. Ain't nobody getting nothing November 1st. Oh, that's dead.
Hey, all I can say is this, man. If you ever get to buy some stamps, definitely check out my man Ernest. But yeah, shout out to Vacay Bag, man. Shout out to Vacay Bag.
BVO, you going crazy at that brother, man.
He said, but how you say that name? See, I can't say. I butchered it. Yeah, versus Zach Parker Saturday.
That's gonna be a good fight. That's gonna be a good fight. I'm actually
that ain't no damn good fight.
Why it's not?
That's
Zach
a good
Parker
fight,
is trash.
Dang, Dub, you sound like Hot Rod. Everybody trash, huh?
No, I'm not saying. I didn't say Buwasi was trash. I said Zach Parker was.
But shout out to Ernest, man, because I know he got one property on Monopoly, so he said he got properties now. So shout out to him.
Wow.
Yeah, but definitely cut Ernest's food stamps. He don't do nothing but buy protein powder anyway. So cut his food stamps, man. All he buys oat milk and protein powder, man. Some people need to eat some food, man. So look out for that.
I don't even know how we get to this point. How did we get here?
Hey, on that note, man, we out here, y'all. Salute to everybody, man. I appreciate everybody coming through. Hold on one second.
Shout out to the whole YTBC and definitely shout out to BVO Boxing. Go check him out on YouTube. One of the dopest content creators.
That's Hassan Johnson, activating the chilling with BVO Sports TV.
What's up, guys? Chris Algieri here. Big shout out to BVO Sports TV.
Hey,
Shout out to BVO Sports TV. Make sure you tune in right away. Hottest in the city, hottest in the U.S.
Hey, hold on, BVO. Hold on, real quick.
Go ahead.
I said this about Keith Cologne, but man, why do you niggas seem like you got them? Are you pressing it? It seemed like you pressing this, man.
He's all crazy, man. Hold on, Keith Cologne just, I don't know. I think he was just nervous. I think I took his. No, I got it. Here it go.
The future of boxing, Keith Cologne, and I'm rocking with BVO Sports TV.
The nigga look nervous as hell.
Well, he much more.
BVO Boxing. You understand? Check the boy out. Check the kid out. You understand?
He's much more comfortable on camera now.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to shout out to my brother Rick Timms, man. The real peace sign. Shout out to the sunny side. This is the real peace sign, according to my brother. So that's how we throwing it up moving forward, man. Salute to my brother BVO and Prize.
Hey, but Shaw, we gonna play Dub 3-1 on the way out of here.
Hello. It is your girl Maya, and I just wanted to give a shout out to my fellas at BVO Boxing. What's up, fellas? How are you guys? Hopefully great. And I will be seeing you guys soon.
We about to zip you up and get you out of here. K-Shine DNA style. Hey,
got something, Dub. Go ahead. Oh, Dub, I thought you had something.
He fell down the steps.
All right, y'all. We out of here, y'all. Peace.